The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
It gets me. Good morning, and hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
How are all of you? It is a Friday program, March 14, 2025. I'm Michael Dave, Jason Ross. Yes. You have to get down on Friday.
You got to get up to get down.
Get on up, get down.
Yeah.
911's, in fact, a joke in your town. I've heard that before from a famous philosopher. Hey, get down. Is get down, I'm just asking, is get down shortened from get down and boogie? Do you think that's where get down, or it was get down before that?
Get down on it?
Get down,
cool
get
gang.
down on it.
Yeah.
Is that, yeah, it'd be interesting the origin of get down. It's weird how, if you go through history, that'd be kind of a fun book if it doesn't exist. Would be like how did cool, like, hey man, that's cool.
Yeah.
Who started saying that? And someone's like, cool. What is that? Cool. What is it? Cold? No, it's cool. Or man, that dude's cold. Like when playing basketball, that's a good thing. That's bad. Remember that was a thing. I don't think bad is a thing anymore. Like Michael Jackson, bad. Like that's bad. But bad also means bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. Once upon a time, like in my dad's day, something was boss. Boss? That's fine.
What is it now?
That's cap. Something about Sigma.
Sus.
Skibbity. I don't know what any of this stuff means, but I hear my kids. I had a big talk. We took time during the Kings game. Mm-hmm. We just took a break from it to talk. We actually took a break from the Kings game to talk about something more pleasant. In this case, internet blackmail. So I saw this like TikTok that my sister sent me, and she's like, "Please talk." And I talked to the kids about this stuff. But
it was a family meeting.
It was a family meeting. We're all in the room. You know, we're all in the living room. I muted the TV.
Is everybody on their device?
Well, the device is down. You know, that's how I say, hey, phone's down. Phone's down, screenagers is what I say. And they put them down. And then and again, we've had this.
I would have just texted them.
Running just send a family text.
Do you pull up a chair and then turn it around? And
turn it around.
Oh, nice.
Like in the commercial. Yeah, I do like a cool what's the game with the victory royale? Fortnite. I do a cool Fortnite dance first to get their attention as to how cool I am, and then I turn the chair around, turn my hat around.
Yeah.
And then now I'm on their level.
That's boss.
That's boss. So I say, look, I know we've talked about all this. I just want to reiterate. Okay. No social media, and don't put pictures of you out. And if anybody ever asks for, if you don't know the person in person, assume they're, a fake and blah, blah.
Stranger danger.
Exactly. Told them a couple scary stories. That was the TikTok that my sister sent me. Hey, I don't lie to you. This terrible thing happened to this kid somewhere. And, it's the mom doing the TikTok, like, please talk to your kids about this. So, we're just doing the whole, just want to reiterate. And then my daughter hits me with this. Agree with every, I've pretty much scared my kids to that point. And I'm fine with that. Be afraid of the world for now. I'm fine with that. But then my daughter hits me with, Daddy, I do have a question. What about next year? Rules change, right? I pretty much have
no.
and I had kind of prepped her for this, but I said, look, I've talked to you about this for much of your life. But let's have the real talk about it now that you're on the verge of leaving home for college. 18 is only a number in the real world that signifies that legally you are an adult. But we're not talking legalities. I just want to be clear here. Here's where you're an adult, and I have no pull on you. And your mother, of course, who's rolling her eyes the whole time. When you move out and or are not being supported by us, you are officially an adult, whether that's 18 or 25. That is when you're an adult. When you go to college next year, I'm still paying for your phone. I'm paying your tuition. I'm paying, and then I have to keep correcting myself and being like, we. Yes, we're paying for it. So anyways, what? So that was the whole, and she's like, but I could, she's saying like, I could serve in the military. I can't be on social media. I'm like, you can do whatever you want once you turn 18. You 100%, to be honest with you could probably do whatever you want right now. You're going to be 18 here in a few months. Like, you can do whatever I can't stop you, but I can make things different for you. So that's your payment for the driving and the tuition, which is basically a second job, and all this stuff. You're still a kid. You're still beholden to our rules and regulations until you're outside. And to be fair to her, she was like, no, I get it. And we'll see if that holds up next year when she takes her first philosophy class and comes home and starts quoting Immanuel Kant or Nietzsche or some garbage and
educating you.
Is just completely insufferable at that point, where I'm just like, just shut up. I just
take the phone.
Just shut up. Exactly. But I think she might have just been trying to play that. We'll see that in action next year when she's like, I want to make an Instagram.
Oh, she doesn't have any social media?
No.
That's probably
No.
The advice I would give is like, don't even start it.
Nope. That's what I tell them. I'm like, I basically have told them that social media and cocaine are the equivalents. And
it hits the same part of the brain.
The only difference is that cocaine ruins your life in a different way. Social media can ruin your life in a far different way. And then I'm sure somebody listening right now is going, hold on, Twitter guy. And I've used that to him too. I said, look, a lot of parents are going to talk to you about social media. And they don't even know what the hell they're talking. They're out of touch. They're just not into it. I said, I promise you, I get it. It's part of what I do. It's part of the job. But also, it's like you see mommy sometimes having an extra glass of bourbon. Let that be a cautionary tale for you that you don't want to do that when you grow up. Just like when you see me, which they don't, I guess, see it on social media. But my point was,
God, Chris, I'm on vacation. Why are you making me mad?
Exactly. Like, don't do it. It's a drug. There's no positive. There's just no positive to it at all. And any positive you could come up with is far, far, far outweighed by the potential and or negatives. Where pretty soon, oh, did they comment? Did they like it? Did they like what they say? Oh, they said something bad. Oh my God, they said something bad. I need to think about this. I should post something else. Did they like it? They didn't like it. Like, and then you just once it's again cocaine. Now you're on a street corner somewhere. Now you're just holding up a sign. We'll work for likes. And it's all,
hey man, can I get some retweets over here?
Yeah, exactly. Anybody got a phone? So yeah, we had a good meeting. We'll see. And of course, Mason's just like, oh dear. I don't do anything.
What's weird is like, I think my generation was the first one to be like that in between of, oh, we just got the internet type of thing.
Right.
So we were constantly told by adults, like, the internet is not real.
Right.
You can get in a lot of trouble on that. Don't believe everything you read. You can't use any sources on the internet because anybody could put anything up there.
That's right.
And now it's turned into me constantly telling family members, this is not real.
Yes.
This is not a real news story.
Not real life.
How can you believe this?
But that
what do you mean you changed your password? They don't ask you to change your password. Now you have to change all of your passwords.
They don't. It's really kind of sad because the amount of people that just, you see it, there's a graphic and it's online. It's real. Like when I see the people that are like, I do not give permission for the government to use my face. And I'm just like,
You put that up there, but you
Yeah.
didn't read your terms and
Right?
conditions.
Like you've never read your. Okay, all right, but yeah, you don't trust anything. The internet's a bad place with some good things.
Some good things. In there,
Some
yeah.
good things.
Someone asked me if they should get a Twitter, and I said no, because 99.8% of it is absolute garbage.
Uh-huh.
And then she said, well, why do you have Twitter? And I'm like, it's that 0.2%.
It's that 0.2%.
That is so good.
Right. Like if you're going to wade full time through a river of crap, you better be wearing the right outfit and know exactly how to navigate it. Like there are people out there that fly into hurricanes so that they can take scientific data notes for the rest of the weather community. That doesn't mean flying into a hurricane is a good idea. You have to be a trained pilot.
Yes.
And that's like, anyways. So, other than that, we had popcorn for dinner. It was random. We just had popcorn for dinner. My wife makes really good popcorn. Really, really good. Like my favorite popcorn. She does it old school in like a pot and swirls it around and like adds the butter at the right time and seasons it perfectly. And it's just my favorite popcorn. And so we had popcorn and then I left everything of beef stew. It was a weird dinner.
You had trouble putting the beef stew away, huh?
I did. And the new
I saw that on the internet.
Yeah, the new Tupperware cup. Yeah, because you go to pour it in and I was talking about things that are impossible to do. Like I don't think I've ever once plugged in a USB plug without having to turn it because I got it the wrong way. I don't think I have ever once opened up a thing of cornstarch and taken a couple spoonfuls out without it going poof and at some point flying everywhere. And I don't think I have ever ladled soup into a bowl without at least some of it dribbling down the bowl, no matter how hard I try. There's just things that
it's impossible.
It is. I think there's things like that. I think there's a lot more that I'm not thinking of that are just impossibilities.
It's those things that make you say,
That was a song, CNC Music Factory, I think, right? Yeah. Arsenio Hall.
Mm-hmm.
That whole, what a great time. That was before the internet.
Great time to be alive.
Great time to be alive. We'll take a break. When we come back, hey, look, the Kings lost a game. We'll update you on Duke. There's certainly Duke, and more importantly, Cooper Flag. Really, the NCAA, tournament
brackets out Sunday.
Now. Yeah, they are. Bracket. Did you hear who's the guy? Who's the guy that's the bracket expert, national bracket expert?
Joe Lenardi.
It's not Lenardi. It's somebody else. His wife was doing some sort of interview, and she's like, he, honest to God, I'm not joking. When it comes around this time, he walks around the house and he keeps muttering to himself, "This is March." It's a true story. We'll talk about that. Also, right back at it, Kings Suns in Phoenix tonight. We've also got Brendan Nunes, our Kings insider, joining us at 9 a.m. It's a big Friday show for you. Friday fun and games and so much more.
Woo! Sit
back and relax. We'll lead it off right after this word from my good friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Hey, you thought we were just going to lead things off? No, not without helping you out. You're welcome. Because maybe you've got a furnace issue. Maybe you don't. Maybe you have a furnace issue. Here's the important thing. And you just don't know it. Well, wouldn't it be nice if you could get a free inspection to possibly find that? This is exactly what happened to me. I'm part of that American Energy, the little club they have, and it comes with an inspection once a year. I got it, and the guy comes out. He's, great guy. I think I told you before. It's the guy from the commercials that run during Kings games. That was the dude at my front door, and he's like, "Yeah, you've got a crack here. Here's a picture, and this and that, whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It's not going to blow up on you. It wasn't scare tactics, but it's basically like, look, you got a problem. You're going to have a bigger problem in the future. Here's what we can do. You know what? I got a new furnace coming in next week. Honest to goodness. And not some, Carmichael Dave deal. It's the same deal you guys would pay. It's a good price. I even called around, even though I endorse these guys. It wasn't even close. So it's good enough for me. It's good enough for my mother-in-law. It's good enough for my mom and dad. I wouldn't recommend it if it wasn't true. 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990, AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Leading off next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411th North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
Let's do it. Leading off the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
The horn sounds to end it. Final score, 130-104. Warriors have won 6 consecutive and 11 of their last 12. They've improved their record to 38 and 28. The Kings now just a game over 500 at 33 and 32. The road record has been evened at 17 and 17 at the second night of a back-to-back with travel Nunes, as they'll take on the Phoenix Suns tomorrow night at 7 o'clock.
Kings outscored Golden State 33-31 in the second.
Okay.
And I thought it was going to be like a 40-point blowout after the first quarter,
Mhm.
and they came back and I think cut it to like a 2-possession game at one point.
They got it to 4 in the third.
And great, efficient shooting night for DeRozan, LaVine, Keon, and Jake LaRavia and Trey Lyles. They were very, very efficient. As a matter of fact, Jason, I'll do this on the fly here. 13, 17, 22. Okay, so they were 29. All right. 29 of 19, 25, 32, 42, 44. 29 of 44.
That's good.
That's really efficient, especially when you're talking about like 4 different dudes.
Right.
That's it. That's all I got. That is literally the only positives I can really, other than the fact that it's over.
What did you say? 29 of 44?
Yeah, I think so.
So then the rest of the group was 8 of
It was 29, 42.
35,
Oof.
37, whatever.
Yeah, because Malik Monk was 3 of 13. Jonas Valanciunas was 2 of 7. Keegan Murray was 2 of 10. Crawford, McDermott, and Markelle Fultz combined to be 0 of 4. I mean, Devin Carter was 1 of 1, made his only 3. Hey, there you go. Made both free throws. Look, it's no sky is falling. I mean, we talked about this. It's just here we are. We're here. It's happening in front of us. The March Gauntlet.
Yeah, and again, like when you lose the way you did to the Knicks, it makes you feel like, man, like that one I felt completely like they were just totally outclassed. Like they're so now they're playing a bunch of teams with better records than them. Mm-hmm. And when you lose to another one the way you did, like you did to the Warriors, it just makes you feel like, how are they going to get any in the month against the teams that have better records than them? Now, doesn't mean you won't, but it doesn't give you confidence.
No.
And, you know, it goes back to a loss is a loss. But I think if the best example would be if they lost to the Knicks and to the Warriors still, in a way like they did to the Clippers, I think we would feel differently. They're still upset, still,
absolutely.
You know, it's like, man, games they could have had. But, you know, knowing that Cleveland's coming up and Boston and Memphis and OKC, it's like, are those going to be games?
I will tell you right now, I don't think it surprised anybody they lost to the Knicks. I don't think it surprised anybody they lost to the Warriors. I've been circling this game tonight on my calendar all week long because this is a very interesting game. Now, look, they're on the road. It is a back-to-back, but whatever, who cares? That's the schedule. Deal with it. They lose tonight. That's quite – and by the way, we're talking about expecting them to win in Phoenix with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker and Bradley Beal and all those other guys. It's not like they're just going to roll over. But if they lose tonight, that's just going to get ugly.
Yeah.
Jason, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll leave it there. Since the start of February, Zach LaVine in 9 games has taken 16 shots or more in a game. He has taken 16 shots combined in the last 2. That's weird.
Yeah. And last night he was good. He made all four threes. I think he missed one shot.
He was 5 of 6. The game before against the Knicks, he was 5 of 10. He was good then too.
Right. They can't lose him. He's too important.
What the hell is that?
Right.
What's going on? I don't know. I'm not. It's where pessimism comes in. I'm not upset or emotional about it. It's the gauntlet. I still think today, if I could go back and change my 5-12 prediction for the month of March, I think I would. I think they're going to end up. I think the most likely scenario is they're going to end up with 7 wins now. Which, by the way, is 2 games better than I thought. I personally thought they do. I know I was on the bottom end.
Right.
I think they'll end up with. I think they'll find 7. They're at what?
3.
3 right now. They need 4 more. And when I look at the team and I look at what's coming up, I go, okay, I'm gonna count tonight as a win. Now that's
it could be a stretch, but okay.
And I'm going to count Chicago as a win. Okay. I'm going to count at Orlando as a win.
Okay.
And then they just need to get one of Indiana, Portland, or home Memphis. I'm not even talking about Cleveland, OKC, Milwaukee, Boston, like whatever. I feel like that's realistic. That's going to put them, if they end up at 7, what would that be? 7 and 10 for the month, right? Yeah. 7 and 10 for the month. That puts them at 37 and 38 going into the rest of the season. I think that tracks for them to be 500, give or take a game or two. And I think they're barreling towards, as we talked about yesterday, the 9 or 10.
Yeah. And the thing is, the 8 is the important number. I really wish they could get to it. It's not out of the picture by any means. Catching the Warriors feels like that's impossible now, based on 2 things: the way the Kings are playing, more importantly, probably the way the Warriors are playing. You lost the tiebreaker. And that might have been a stretch anyhow, had they won even, but it still would have, we'd have a different vibe here. So now you're really targeting, and Minnesota's won 6 in a row. I think they still have like the 2nd or 3rd easiest schedule. It's got to be the Clippers. And first and foremost, you've got to play better. You got to worry about yourself, the Kings.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I would say get comfortable with 9, 10, or heaven forbid 11. I don't think it'll be 11, but it's in play.
The Kings have lost 3 in a row.
The first time under Doug.
The 4 teams ahead of them have won a combined 17 in a row.
That's the problem. It's like, remember, it was like 2 weeks ago. Everything was a half game, and now there's separation happening.
You're talking about the Clippers, which I agree with you. Here's the problem. They are currently 2.5 out, but really, tiebreaker, they're 3.5 out. They're 3.5 out with a tougher schedule.
Yeah, and the only good thing is you play them again. I mean, but it may not matter.
It may not matter, so just everyone wrap your heads around the 9 or 10 seed. Hey, look, can I throw 2 things out there? 9 or 10 seed. Number 1, hey, talking about 500 or better, 9 or 10 seed. How many times over the last 20 years would we kill for a 9 or 10 seed? Number 2, they could be in Seattle. I'm trying.
Yeah.
They could be.
Well, and obviously 9 or 10, you could win. You could win both games and be in.
9 or 10, Jason, you could win the championship.
You could.
You have
a chance.
Ship and a chair, baby.
Ship and a chair.
Number 2, please. Cut number 2.
Cut number 2.
3, no good. Cooper Flagg has the rebound after the missed shot by Jaden Mustaf.
Oh, that's not good.
And Flagg is down.
Not good.
Flagg is down and laying on his stomach. Now rolls to his back under the basket on the right side.
He went high for the rebound, landed. He's holding his left ankle. He wants help to the bench. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So Cooper Flagg, the presumptive number 1 pick in the NBA draft and freshman for Duke University, big ankle. We didn't know. We weren't sure what it was at first, and then we saw the replay. It happened during the end of the show, and he rolled that ankle hard. He had to be helped off the court. And Georgia Tech was absolutely shellacking Duke. Not incredibly surprisingly, Duke ended up coming back and winning 78-70, but that was second to the Cooper Flagg story. He according to Duke's head coach, is a quote real long shot at hitting the ACC semifinals. That being said, tells me he's still in play for those finals and or the NCAA tournament. So you got to think, looking at that could be very good news for Duke. By the way, Jason, we weren't watching, but Flagg's injury came moments after Malik Brown had to be helped to the locker room. He dislocated his left shoulder. That's their defensive anchor. So Duke getting hit with a couple of fastballs early in the tournament, in their tournament.
Yeah. Oh, to be 18 though again, like Cooper Flag, like to even think like that looked like an NBA one. You're like, oh, he's out for multiple weeks.
Yeah,
he misses in the tournament, and then it's like, oh, he might be playing still in the ACC tournament. You're like, what?
You and I would be we'd probably be in a room right now where you heard like boop, boop.
Yeah.
Have an EKG next to us, legs way in the air.
I'd be ready for 2027.
Jason out 3 years.
Yes.
I'm with you. Down to be 18 again. All right. Real quickly here. Cut number 3, please.
Cut number 3.
Kings take the shot clock violation. That leaves us with 17 and a fraction seconds left in this one. But Sacramento leading by 9 at 127-118. You would have never thought, the way things were going in the second and third quarter, that the Kings would be anywhere near 127 points in this ball game. Suns not looking to shoot it. Grayson Allen just going to dribble out the final seconds of this one. And these two teams are going to face each other Wednesday night in Sacramento. So grab your cowbell and get tickets online and join us at Wednesday night as the Suns will look for revenge and the Kings savor an overtime win in Arizona. The final score is 127-118.
Yeah.
Well, they beat him on that other game too, so it's 2-0 Kings.
2-0 Kings.
But this is the game for the Suns.
Yeah, it is.
So
it has
be ready,
to be.
Kings.
It absolutely has to be.
It really has to be that way for the Kings.
Well, later on, we'll ask if this is we use the term with air quotes, a must win for the Kings, but this is a muster win for the Phoenix Suns. Currently 3.5 games, behind the Kings. That's without the tiebreaker. Hey, Chris, we're way late for a break, man. Where are you at? We got to be on our game next week. I can't be deciding when we break here. If you leave it up to me, we're screwed. We got no points whatsoever. We'll take a break when we come back. Audio from the Kings loss. Well, you have to go through it. We have to go through it. We're all together on that. And we'll also get into this being the first time the Kings have lost 3 in a row under Doug Christie, and the stretch doesn't get any worse. We'll find a way to have some fun today. Don't worry, it's not going to be all doom and gloom, but we'll get to the audio next. But first, I want to tell you, as we drive towards the end of the season, we do that, at least spiritually, in a brand new Hoblet vehicle. Because right now, let me tell you, there's some stuff going on up at Hoblet. Oh, sorry, Jason. Did you hit your knee? Oh, I thought you hit your knee. My bad. I hate that. Don't hit your knee on a bad deal at another car dealership. Trust Hoblet, as so many have, including myself, over the years. They are family owned. They are family operated. And right now, for the Ram Truck Month sales event, you're not just getting discounts. You're getting discounts on hard-to-find Ram heavy duties. For example, you can save up to $16,000 off MSRP on remaining new 2024 Ram 2500 and 3500 heavy duties. When you need a hard-to-find truck, Hoblet's got it with over 500 new Rams available. They're one of the many, many reasons why Hoblet always ranks as one of the biggest and best Ram dealers in America. Search, select, and save at HobletDodge.com, and you tell them your good buddy Carmichael Dave sent you. We'll take a break. Kings Audio recap next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Northwest Exterior.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Off to a wet start for this Friday. We'll see the steadiest rain impacting the morning commute along with some gusty winds. For the afternoon, we'll see on and off again showers, and those winds will die down. It's going to be cool with highs in the low 50s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Northwest Exteriors wants to keep you cool all season long. Trusted in Sacramento for heating and cooling systems. Book your tune-up today as part of our 30th anniversary special. Call 888-TRUST-NW or visit trustnorthwest.com.
Simply the best. Trust Northwest.
Danzig live. With special guests Down, Aboth, and Cro-Mags. Saturday, March 22nd, 6 p.m. The venue at Thunder Valley. On sale now. For tickets, visit ThunderValleyResort.com. Don't miss Danzig.
Meanwhile, at Xfinity.
Okay, huddle up. Do you realize how many fans stream basketball? It's madness.
But real fans stream with Xfinity Internet.
Totally. We've engineered the fastest connection.
With reduced buffering and low lag.
'Cause making streaming better is what we do!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Can we let go now? It's really not a huddle with two people.
Switch to Xfinity Internet and stream live sports from the best seat in the house. Bring on the good stuff. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speeds vary. Not guaranteed.
Big savings are back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. New Hondas are piling up, and that means big savings for you.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda. One-stop Honda shop.
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPFest.com. Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Paul Mitchell, The School, Sacramento, and Stoney's Rockin' Rodeo. Find out more at CITPFest.com.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411th North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
Watching that Players Championship yesterday?
I saw a few things, saw a few highlights for sure.
Is golf the best go-to-sleep sport?
I think a lot of people would say that.
And I don't mean that as a rip on golf. I love watching golf, but
I'd rather play it.
Is it the whispering?
It might be. It is very gentle. Fred on the third tee.
13th, he's looking for pars.
The problem is that I'm not good at watching TV when I go to sleep because just right when I get to sleep, somebody will be like, oh my goodness. And I'm like, what happened? I have to see it. If I don't see it, the world will end. Like, that's something.
You don't have like a comfort show that you could get to sleep?
I do. I do. I have Roku TVs. For some reason, the Roku TV in my room, which is different than my other TVs, they had a deal like 2 years ago. It was a big 75-inch Roku 8K, not 4K, 8K television.
That's 2 times the K.
2 times the K. I don't even know what it means, but it looks good. It was on sale for some ridiculous price. So it's like, well, we need a new TV. Here we go. We'll do that. Hey, look at us. We've got 8K. The neighbors don't have 8K. The Andersons don't have 8K.
They got to keep up with us.
Apparently on those models and those models only, which are their newest models, this week simultaneously, Discovery Plus and Max, HBO, they're no longer available. Like you have to, and that's the problem with streaming. Like I have these subscriptions to these things, to these channels, but now I have to get the subscription through Roku's subscription to watch it on that TV. And I don't even remember where the hell I have the subscription through. Is it through YouTube? Is it through? I don't know. I have to research it, and I'm too pissed to do that. And guess what my 2 night shows are? The West Wing on Max.
Now that makes sense.
Or Good Eats with Alton Brown on Discovery Plus. I rotate through. They're both unavailable to me. So now I got to hook up a stupid Fire Stick to my super badass, supposedly whatever television so that I can watch the shows I want to watch. What's the deal with all of this? It's
almost like they should all be in one place. Cable?
I'm actually kind of here for that. Cable Guy, not Cable Guy, but Cable Guy has taken quite the beating over the last few years. Oh, Jason, you still have cable? What else do you have? Do you read the newspaper? Do you sip your black coffee with no cream every morning out of your same coffee mug that's all stained?
Oh, I got to call Dave real quick. 9 1
No, this is going to end well for you. You've taken a lot.
I paid my taxes.
You guys have taken a lot of crap over the last few years, right? But now, Cable Guy is making a comeback where it's oh yeah, how much you paying for all those streaming services, right? And they're all over the place. Oh, and you have to get the little Fire Stick dongle or this or that. Yeah, that's cool. I've just been sitting here with my cable and everything in the same place this whole time. Yeah, real smart, guys.
They give me Peacock for free.
Yeah. I'm saying, even though it goes against my way of life, I'm kind of here for Cable Guy W right now because you guys are taking a lot of garbage. So congratulations, kind of.
I don't know. I've just been reading the newspaper.
Well, whether you have cable, whether you have YouTube TV, whether you have Max, whether you have Discovery Plus, whatever the hell you have, odds are you had some sort of access, unfortunately, to last night's game. By the way, it was on TNT. Always good to have a nice national showing.
Yes.
The game started and
it was over.
It was pretty much over, for a while.
The front court now. Valanciunas runs to the deep post, and the ball knocked out of the hands by DeRozan. No foul call. He and Moody both ended up on the floor. Another Kings turnover. Steph Curry's first three-point launch. He's within 1 of 4,000. It is 20-9. Kings trailing by 11.
After that, look, say it like this. After that, first quarter ends, just to kind of fast forward through. And the one thing I was trying to do this thing where I was like, all right, I'm going to find some positives. So first quarter ended against the Knicks. It was 15. First quarter ends versus the Warriors. I think it was 13. They were down 13.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, okay, well, that's 2 points better.
Here they come.
And they outscored them in the second, but
well, they finished the half with a flurry because it got worse.
Yes, it looked over midway through the second. But the bench came in. Mm-hmm. And look, if there was a bright spot, it was the bench. And Keon Ellis, Trey Lyles, they had pretty good games.
DeRozan with a drive and a kick. Here's Malik Monk slashing, kicks it out to Ellis, steps into the triple and scores. Keon Ellis from downtown, nailing his second in 3 attempts. He now has 8 points, and he becomes, with the 8, the Kings' leading scorer. Long lead pass, trying to set up an alley-oop for the Warriors, broken up by the Kings. DeRozan transition, feeds it off to Lyles, up and under reverse, draws the foul and scores. 3-point opportunity for Trey Lyles.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Keon Ellis getting it together with a little bit of defense.
Back to Draymond. Feeds a pass intended for Steph. Stolen by Keon Ellis. Well, there's a defensive stop. Let's see if the Kings can cash. Lead pass to Monk. Shakes. Drives left. Loses it. Grabbed by Lyles. Swings it now to DeRozan. DeRozan starts to move toward the right wing. Still in 3-point range. Got Curry on him. Goes to the baseline. Runs into a double team. Pulls up and hits the 2. And the Kings are alive in San Francisco. A minute to play in the half. It's 61-49. A 10-1 run now by Sacramento.
Mm-hmm. And later on, we're going to ask for the Jiffy Lube drive of the game. And I'll give you a hint. It was in the first half.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
Stay tuned. Third quarter starts, and, this is basically a coronation for Steph Curry. That added to it, the atmosphere, and, once again, the Kings playing the Washington Generals to the the Globetrotters. Here's Steph Curry making history.
DeRozan now picks up Curry. Curry loses the ball. Diving for it is Monk, but it's saved by Moody. Here's Curry, right wing. There's the 4,000th of his career. Warrior fans coming to their feet. The lead is 9 for Golden State. Curry has just knocked down his second of the ball game, and he has 4,000 of regular season threes. Zach LaVine says, I got a long way to go to catch him, but he just nailed a 3 for Sacramento. Listen to the reaction of this crowd, still buzzing here, standing, applauding one of the all-time greats in Steph Curry.
But the thought that they held Curry to 11 and Butler to 6, I would have been like, good night for the Kings. 17 from those two.
100%. And you could see that I saw a lot of frustration, and maybe I'm off the mark here. A lot of frustration, I think, during the game from Kings fans, because they're wondering, like, where's the defense and why are there so many open shooters and what is going on? And you could tell, at least this is what I think the thinking was, and Jason, push back on me if I'm dead wrong. I feel like Doug and the coaches went, okay, we don't have the defenders to match up one-on-one with these guys. So we're going to try to take out their main guys, and we're going to make the other guys beat us. If Draymond Green, in fact, I would be shocked if in the pregame, one of the things Doug said at some point is, if Draymond Green is taking a 3, that's a victory for us. And if he makes it, he makes it. I felt like it wasn't that Doug fell asleep. Right. It was, guys, in our opinion, this is the best scheme we could hope for, and the Warriors were hitting those threes. Yeah,
there's another team on the other side, and I think that was the plan. I think the pushback would be, hey, let's not have Steph get any open looks.
Right.
Okay, check that box. Number 2, though, let's not give them completely open. I think the thought is, yeah, if Draymond, if Peyton, if some of these other non-traditional shooters beat us, we live with it. But it's not, hey, let's just let them have 6 feet of airspace to shoot a wide open 3.
Right.
I still think they needed to be guarded.
Yes.
And you can do both, but I thought some of it, the Kings were just asleep.
Well, let's be honest, with the exception of, that couple 3-game stretch, including the last Houston one, where they're like, wow, this defense, leaving wide open shooters when that ball gets rotated on the perimeter, that's been there, or the driving kick.
Yeah,
that's been their Achilles heel all year. All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, all right, let's step back, take a look. The Kings have lost 3 in a row for the first time under Doug. We'll take a look at that, a little bit of standings as well, and then guys, it doesn't get easier. We'll preview that for you next.
Only place you'll find Keegan Murray is Sacktown Sports.
Out to Keegan Murray, straight away for 3, and Keegan knocks down the triple.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Keegan Murray, and you're listening to the home of Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
T-Mobile home internet is all about speed, value.
What you doing, Zach?
I'm rehearsing. There are so many benefits. You got to talk fast.
T-Mobile home internet ranks #1 in customer satisfaction for home wireless internet by J.D. Power.
Wow, you are good.
Try singing it. T-Mobile has price lock.
They won't raise your rate on internet.
Hulu and Paramount Plus on them.
Get T-Mobile home internet all in for just $55 a month with auto pay and any postpaid voice line.
Additional terms apply for J.D. Power 2024 award information. Visit jdpower.com/awards.
Mosley here with Friday's Toyota Tahoe report. You're going to want to hit the road early, my friends, because snow is falling in the Sierras. I know my four-wheel drive Toyota Sequoia is getting me there, so let's go.
Thanks, Johnny. A cloudy, snowy day up in Tahoe becoming windier and cold as the day goes on, with new snow accumulating up to 3 inches and a high chance of precipitation. Tomorrow, partially sunny with a chance of snow and a high near 37. This report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Febreze. As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust Febreze car vent clips, featuring 3 distinct intensity settings, because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing. Which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up, Oscar!
Mornings can start feeling the same. Wake up, brush teeth, go to work. But with breakfast from Wendy's, it's like, wake up, brush teeth, Baconate with a breakfast Baconator. Roll with a sausage breakfast burrito. Buddy it up with a honey buddy. Or get seasoned with seasoned potatoes. And then go to work. Sorry. When you're ready for a fresh wake-up call, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
Sacktown Sports is bringing you the biggest live events in town. Whether you're rocking out or dancing the night away, check out the Sacktown Sports live events calendar. Crank it up with Steel Panther at Ace of Spades on March 15th. Then catch rising country star Alexandra Kay the next night, March 16th, also at Ace of Spades. On March 22nd, experience the magic of the Ronstadt Review featuring Jasenia at the Crest Theater. Then get ready for an epic night. Papa Roach and Rise Against take over Golden One Center March 29th, while comedy legends Jay Leno and Arsenio Hall bring the laughs to Hard Rock Live Sacramento on that same night. And for country fans, Lee Brice and Walker Hayes hit Ironstone Amphitheater on June 21st, and Parker McCullum takes the stage August 16th at the Ironstone Amphitheater up in Murphys, California. Don't miss out. Find more info and score your chance to win tickets at SacktownSports.com. The Sacktown Sports live events calendar. Your ticket to the best seat in the house.
If you're not looking for a brand new car, at Elk Grove Honda, we've acquired some of the best pre-owned cars we can find. We've kept only the best of our trades, and our buyer has found some of the finest pre-owned Hondas available in Northern California. You can see for yourself at elkgrovehonda.com. Whether you purchase a brand new Honda or a like-new pre-owned Honda, your car buying experience will be the same. We have the right Honda at the right price. You'll find us in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
Welcome back. Friday edition. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, Chris Roulade. Hope you are ready for the weekend. Some of y'all up in the foothills. Jason, there's some snow. I say, going on up
Snow
there.
at your place.
Let me take a live look. I've watching.
Are you going up to your place?
I want to, but once again, a little snow on the roof.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's not a little bit. That's a decent amount.
That's a couple. 3 inches?
Yeah,
4 inches. I don't know. Chris, does that look like 4 inches to you? Hey, that's a good amount of snow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to, but this is the hell that's my life. Was planning on we were going to go up today. I find out the kids who have a calendar that we use for the family we have a powder puff football game fundraiser tonight for band at 7 p.m. What?
So you say, hey, if we miss it, I'll let you get on social media.
You can create a Twitter account if we don't go. And then I feel bad because I'm like, I want to go to the cabin. I don't want you to do your awesome high school activities. I want to go to the cabin.
Let mommy bring you up there.
Yeah, seriously. In the snow at night.
Yeah.
No problem.
Not tomorrow.
The Kings have lost 3 in a row.
I don't like that.
I don't like that call at all.
It's the Clipper game. Honestly, it's the Clipper game.
I think the Clipper game. Do you think if they win that Clippers game, I'm just asking, if you had to guess, would you say any of the results since would be different?
No, I'm actually leaving those the exact same, even blowout fashion. I just think it's a different. I mean, we probably could explain away the Knicks and go, well, second night it was an emotional win.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Warriors are really hot. Now you just go beat Phoenix. And it's like, all right.
Yeah.
Got the really good win against a team you're trying to catch. Lost to two good teams. And then if you beat Phoenix, it's like, yeah, that's probably all about what the Kings have kind of been. They've beaten a lot of teams kind of around them or below them, which is good.
And the Rockets.
Right.
That's
and they can't beat LA. Well,
right.
If they would have just beaten the Clippers, the tiebreaker still would have been in play. They'd be a game closer, but they did not.
No, and the Clippers game, that was that's why we talk about there are different levels of losses, and you always get guy who won't put fruit in his beer. That's like a loss. No participation.
Factual, yes.
Of course, we get the concept, but I think we can all agree when you're breaking down the results of a game, there's a difference between the loss to Denver and the loss to the Clippers. And the loss to the Knicks and the loss to the Warriors.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like there was any chance of us beating the Knicks or Warriors at pretty much any point of either game.
Yeah.
Whereas we were completely in. So you go, well, okay. Yeah, they lost to the Clippers. But if they play that way the rest of the year, they're going to win many more than they lose.
Sure.
I don't feel that way about the Warriors and Knicks games.
Yeah, because now I think the same thought is if you play like that the rest of the way, I don't know how many more wins they're going to get.
I think the only, well, I shouldn't say the only, a big saving grace for the Kings. It's not about them at this point. It's about Dallas and Phoenix just suck so bad. And I'm not entirely sure that Dallas isn't already kind of in tankeroni mode. I don't know. Who the hell knows what's going on with that? Did you see the owner get out yesterday? Try to have a God, doubling down, man. All the money they spend on so many things, and they can't, these places just, Get a PR person.
Right.
Get a really good anyway. That being said, not to rain on the parade. By the way, it is raining outside. If you're driving, please do be careful in traffic. Jason, I actually have in my notes here that the Kings are about to embark on a 7 games in 11 days.
Oof.
But here's the thing. Tonight's a back-to-back. It's actually 8 and 12 when you count last night, which is yikes. They've got 7 in their next 11, and that 11 includes Memphis, Cleveland, Milwaukee, Boston, OKC, and you got to win tonight. Well, actually, now that I say that out loud, Jason, I don't know what happens if we don't win.
Still 2.5 on Phoenix.
Yeah, you got to win tonight, I guess, if you have really any legit, other than it's a miracle hope at getting above the 9 seed.
Right.
Feel like you lose tonight. It's a combo of losing tonight in a game you probably should have won and what's coming up that probably knocks them out of that.
Yeah, I think the way I'm thinking about the Kings now is, besides the desire for them to get to 7 and 8 for me is because they're obviously winning more.
Yes.
But I just think there's a smaller but remote path that they could maybe do something in the playoffs.
I agree with you.
Somehow got there and won and then face the 2 seed, because that's shuffled too every night. I think it's Memphis at the moment, but it could be Denver, could be the Lakers. I just think if you're get the 8 seed, which is going through the 9-10 path,
Dunsky. It's the Thunder.
I mean, I still would want that.
Right.
I still want them to be in a playoff series.
Sure.
It'd be at minimum 2 home games. But, I mean, I think you're talking about a game. Maybe you get. Maybe.
Your logic is very, very sound. Nobody's saying they would beat any of those teams, but I think we can all agree, without saying we're going to beat them, I like our chances a lot more in a 7-game series versus the Grizzlies, Nuggets, Lakers, or Rockets than I would the Thunder.
Well, and think about that. You would obviously have to get to 8. Let's just assume 8. And then you beat 7 on the road.
Yeah.
I think that would be at least a confident team. You would have done something positively. You're like, okay, they're playing better. Sabonis, I'm assuming, would be back.
Yeah.
All of that. And you're like, let's go. But the other way, it's like you kind of limped in and you go, man, you're playing the best team and good luck.
We've got sound from Keon Ellis. We've got sound from Doug Christie. We'll play all that for you and try to break down a little bit more of the aftermath of last night's game versus the Warriors. Don't forget Brendan Nunes joins us a little bit later as well. Dave, Jason, and Chris will be right back after this.
Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Welcome to TGL, presented by SoFi. Golf's newest league, live on ESPN and ESPN Plus. It's 2 hours of hammer-dropping, overtime forcing, playoffs on the line golf. Tiger, Rory, and more of the best from the PGA Tour, split into 16. Learn more at TGLGolf.com. Tune in every week for TGL matches. Keep up, it's golf.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak high. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Come check out Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room with the most variety of table games in the region in a safe and friendly environment. Plenty of well-lit parking available, conveniently located in downtown Sacramento. And remember, Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com, and please gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Big savings are back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. New Hondas are piling up, and that means big savings for you.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Joe Montana here. In my football days, I knew the importance of a strong defense. Now I'm sharing how you can help defend your health against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease. Are you 50 or older like me? The CDC now recommends vaccination against pneumococcal disease. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at increased risk and over 6 times greater risk of hospitalization with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50. Schedule your appointment today at vaxassist.com.
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Welcome to Staples.
I hear Staples prints it all for any business.
You bet. And we'll beat any print quote.
So if I had a pizza place.
Staples can print signs, menus, pizza boxes.
A landscaping business.
Oh, we can print yard signs, t-shirts, brochures.
How about a pizza/landscaping business? I'll call it Dough and Mo.
I like it.
Right now at Staples, get up to $250 off your print purchase. Ends 4/5, exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for offer details. Price match guarantee valid in store and staples.com/print. Visit staples.com/price match for details. Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-837-5050. That's 800-837-5050. 800-837-5050.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com. Show the coupon at the pharmacy and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Hello, I'm Frank Ackworth, Retirement Security Centers of the Weekly Economic Update. The Consumer Price Index data came in lower than expected, showing a 2.8% inflation rate. The concern was pending tariff threats would increase prices at least in the short term. The Federal Reserve will likely continue to take a wait-and-see approach, but this data could give them more reasons to lower rates potentially in the near future. Currently concerning investors are the recent sell-off of stocks leading to much of the S&P 500 drop in what's called correction territory. A correction is defined as a drop of 10% or more from the peak value of the index. As of this week, 73% of the 500 stocks listed in the index were trading at levels of 10% or more below their highest prices. Stocks fall at least 10% once every 1.7 years, and these corrections last on average 112 days. While most investors are not happy to see drops in their portfolio, it can be especially stressful close to or in retirement. This is a major reason that it may be wise to segment some assets into lower risk categories for needed distributions to avoid selling stocks during downturns or having to make drastic shifts in spending to compensate for this volatility. How might this affect you or your family? Please go to frankontheradio.com to schedule an appointment, watch videos, and receive market updates. I'm ready to help you start your journey so you can define your future.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through Mosaic Wealth, member FINRA SIPC. Mosaic Wealth is separately owned, and other entities and or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independent of Mosaic Wealth.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers. T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it. Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with turbo power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 to learn more. With AutoPay plus taxes and fees, plus $5 per line without AutoPay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Motorola Edge on us with 24 monthly bill credits and new line for well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 per line connection charge. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom,
with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross. Hour 2. As we break down last night's loss. On top of that, guys, no rest for the wicked, right? Someone's blaming Sam.
That makes sense. That checks out.
We posted our YouTube. That whole topic continues to fascinate me. I should let it go, but it's we posted that we post. By the way, we post all our videos, all our interviews on YouTube, whether it's here, Alan or Kyle and Whitey. All those interviews are posted on YouTube, and you can check those out at the Sacktown Sports YouTube page, also the app as well. Many different ways to access these shows, not just live, whether you want to listen to or watch, but also if look, you're in the car or you're not in the car, I should say, you're at work, whatever. Oh, I wanted to hear that. I missed it. Well, boom, you got it on YouTube. You got it on the app right there. You can fast forward through whatever. So I was looking at the for something in the Sam interview, and there was a guy on there, God bless him, but he was like, when Sam publishes this stuff that's obviously going to create waves, like, does he ever feel remorse? Like, does he ever feel bad for doing it? And I look, man, just because I think one way doesn't mean I'm right. I can't understand. It is beyond me that someone wouldn't want to know these things that directly affect the performance of the team on the floor, not just now, but in the past and in the future. It's not fun to talk about. It's not positive. But how do you not want to know that? And then how do you ask a journalist if he feels bad for what? Researching and reporting on stories that nobody else either will or can? I I don't know, man. I don't know. My whole thing is just get it out there and let the people decide.
Also, to what you're saying there, it's important that this stuff is public so the people in power get questioned on it. Like, hey, we hear this is happening.
That's right.
Why?
What?
And then they either have to defend it or they have to say, oh, we need to change some things around here.
And how many here's the thing that I think people need to understand too, to your point, like how many denials have you heard? How many pushbacks have you heard? So that, like, nothing. I know Sam did. I talked first thing I did. We remember what was it last Friday when we went over? It was a week ago today. We went over the whole thing. Right before we did, I called somebody who knows things, the person I generally call for stuff like this, and I said, "Hey, look, we're about to get into this. Before I go on the air with it, anything you want to push back on, anything that you blatantly wasn't true, anything that really, I don't." Basically, it was. It's not a fun article for us.
Right.
We don't enjoy it. This isn't great. I'm not happy it's out there. There's no lying. It's well-researched. It's okay, cool. I respect that answer. Thank you very much. It's a very respectable answer. Appreciate it. And it's, our job to double check. But the fact that there's been no pushback tells you all you need to know. And then it's like, as Chris just said, how many times have we said sunlight is the best disinfectant? I don't want this fan base to be in the same situation 5 years from now where we're just treading water because of everything that's going on. Yeah, the truth hurts. It sucks, but don't plug your damn ears. Don't plug your ears. Here's Doug Christie. He never plugs his ears. Matt George, I'll give him credit for these next two clips. I'm stealing them off his Twitter page here. He asked Doug if he's considered it all going back to Keon Ellis starting over Malik Monk.
So before these last two games, the starts were really good and really consistent for your team. These last two that kind of slowed down. I think some people might see Malik's return and question that aspect of it. Kind of a two-parter. One is Malik getting reacclimated to this group, and the second part is there any consideration at all to going back to what was working beforehand?
No, because we've won a lot of games with Malik in that position. I think that injuries and, like, when you guys look at it as like this present iteration of what happened. And what you got to understand is that before Domas got hurt, before Malik got hurt, they were starting to find their way as a unit. And once a guy gets hurt, you bring him back. You got to trust them. You got to let them find their game. And it's unfortunate that it's happening at this time. We're going to go the same thing if Domas plays tomorrow. He's going to play his minutes, and it's a possibility that he's rusty. It's a possibility that the flow is not there. Like, those are things that happen that are you can't necessarily control. But what you do have to do is you have to trust your guys. They've put in a lot of work. They deserve that opportunity because when they are playing at a high level, it's beautiful to see.
Jason, whether or not you agree with the sentiment, like, I personally would like to see Keon Ellis start. I think the numbers show they're better. But I don't fault Doug's logic in the sense that, hey, look, Malik's back. It's an adjustment to put him in there.
Sure.
And, oh, by the way, they're missing Sabonis. And they were starting to click a little bit.
Yeah, I think that second part, it should not be lost on all of us. Look, it doesn't matter. You are evaluated by who plays. So if Sabonis doesn't play the rest of the year, which I don't think is happening, I don't think we have to worry about that, but that's the team they have.
Yeah.
And that's who you play, and then you get graded on that. Sabonis isn't playing, but just saw up there too, like, oh, Lakers have lost 3 straight, but they haven't had LeBron.
Right,
that's a fact.
Right.
And again, we're not calling Sabonis LeBron, but he's a really important piece to this team.
Yeah.
So I think if they were playing like this with fully healthy, it's another red flag. But I kind of think they need to get the whole group back, let them go again, and see what they got. And then, if they feel like they need to make a change, make a change.
The janky thing, too, is that you mentioned even if they were playing like this full strength, but yet the season is so truncated now, as Doug said, like, bring Sabonis back, which it sounds like they will either tonight or very, very soon. It's perfectly understandable that he might be a bit rusty. And, oh, by the way, the offense might be a little bit off because they're trying to integrate all this stuff and change it all around. I saw something today, and I don't know if this is an indictment on the front office or if it's just a lame fact. But it was something that they were talking about yesterday on the broadcast, and we've talked about a lot, which is, look, the Kings right now don't have a true point guard. That's the problem. Like, Malik's not a true point guard. He's trying to fit himself in, and, that's a step-by-step process. Okay. And that's true, and I don't disagree with it. But what's ironically funny, yet not funny and kind of sad, is that since Monty McNair's been the GM, he has drafted Tyrese Halliburton, Davion Mitchell, and Devin Carter, and also had De'Aaron Fox. And we now don't have a point guard.
Yeah.
Like,
I would say Fox obviously is a point guard.
Sure.
And I think Halliburton is. I think the other two guys are more combo guards. Now, Carter may end up being one, but it's a problem. I mean, once or twice a game, one of the guys handling the ball, Keon, LaVine, Malik gets picked in the backcourt. And you're just like, it just doesn't normally happen with a point guard, a true point guard.
And by the way, it's not just, and I know that we naturally and correctly, like you just did, look at a Malik or somebody who's not a true point guard playing point guard and see them get picked by a guy smaller and faster, or maybe they don't make the right pass or have the right vision. Like, we're looking at the traditional aspect of a point guard, what they're not doing. But then the whole other side of that too is, well, not only is it that, but it's also these guys are twos, and it takes them out of their offense because they have to initiate instead of running around and cutting and doing all the stuff, getting ready to get the ball from the traditional point guard. So it's not just the distribution issue that a Malik Monk, for example, might have. It's also the receiver issue that now is cut out because he's the guy initiating the offense.
Correct. I think, and then that gets back to Sabonis as another guy that kind of facilitates and run things through. So they miss him.
It does kind of make you wonder if how much Sabonis will help with that, and he should.
Yeah.
But if they're just at some point, like, I know Jamal Murray is a traditional point guard, but I also think Nikola Jokic is the point guard of that team. Are you just forcing yourself basically? And they've done a little bit of this before, but okay, look, maybe Sabonis isn't bringing the ball up the floor every single possession, but he's your point guard.
Right.
He's effectively the initiator of your offense. We talked about Zach LaVine and the fact that he only shot 6 times. He's shot, I think, 16 times in the last 2 games is what we said. Certainly not enough. And Doug Christie noticed that as well.
I think more than anything, like, in some sense, you have to give Golden State credit for the way that they approach a player like Zach. But no, I want him shooting 16, 26 shots. Like, that's more of the level that we want to see from him. But at the same time, you have to give them credit. They were physical with him. They switched off on him physically, the way that you are supposed to switch off on a really, really prolific offensive player. And, for him, I'm sure he's going to be upset, and I'm hoping that he brings his game at an even same efficiency, but a higher level tomorrow.
Yeah, well,
me too.
Gonna need that tonight. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being naive. I got a feeling they're gonna look a lot better tonight. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just being stupid. I don't know. I feel like that the way Phoenix plays and their lack of defense is going to give these guys a little bit of weights off their feet type of thing after going through the slog of the Knicks and the Warriors and the heartbreak of the Clippers. I don't know if that's going to translate to a win or not, but I would be a little bit surprised if they didn't look a lot better. We've got more audio for you a little bit later as well. We'll take a break. When we come back, 3 for madness. Better chance Kings getting the 7 seed or missing the play-in entirely, and much, much more right after this.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Hey, this weekend, check out this website, overheaddoorofsacramento.com, and see what could be in store for you. We are now proud owners of garage doors, new garage doors from the Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, and so happy that we did it. Our garage just looks better. I feel better about our home overall. The curb appeal, the natural pop of the way the doors look, updated look to our house. Got windows at the top. They roll up nice and neat and quietly, and just the flexibility and versatility we have now with the remotes, the keypad on the side of the garage, and then certainly you can open through the app as well. Lots of possibilities, and the Overhead Door Company of Sacramento has been doing amazing work in our region for 70 plus years. Just great people there. Got to know a lot of them over there. I'm really, really happy. The install was great. Martin was just a machine putting it all together, and so glad we did it. I really, really encourage you guys to do the same, to check it out, to kind of take the inventory of your home, maybe your business as well, because they do commercial, they do residential, and it could also be a simple fix to your current garage door. They're here to help. They've done it. They will help you, and they do incredible work. Friendly professionals that I think you guys will all get to know and love. So, again, check out their website. You can call them at 916-421-3747. Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, the genuine, the original overhead door. Always look for the red ribbon logo.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
Hey, Chris, when does that place open?
It's already open.
Let's go.
It's on its way.
Oh, it is? Oh, I can get a tag. Tell me what I owe you. Let's go.
A big hug.
Big hug. Big Venmo hug. Big V and an M-no around it. Also, just a real quick update on the golf. As the second round is just beginning, we've got JJ Spawn through 8. He's at 9 under, followed by both Minwoo Lee and Rory McIlroy 8 under. I guess I should say for other golf fans like me, if you're taping it and you want to watch it later, spoiler alert, too late.
That's what you wanted to tell him.
Spoiler alert, too late. Lucas Glover and Camilo Villegas were both tied up at 66 yesterday. So interesting. Ricky Fowler's in the mix. You got Rory McIlroy, just one back. Scheffler is always looming, looking for 3 straight championships.
Scotty's looming,
and Leon's getting larger. And by the way, at least for yesterday and today, one thing that's really, really cool beyond the tournament itself, you have the world number 1, number 2, and number 3 playing together in their threesome with McIlroy, Scheffler, and Xander Schauffele. So that's been kind of
fun group to follow.
That's a featured group. That you can't get a better featured group
in your
life. In your life. And then there's Colin Morikawa at 3 under. I understand he's 6 back, but I don't know, man. Guys like Morikawa too. It's always like, okay, I see you. You can pick anybody in the field to win it. Who would you pick? That you want. Not that who you think is going to win, but like you'd be like, I'd like to see that.
Rory.
Mm-hmm. I think it's either Rory or I wouldn't mind seeing Fowler win it again.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That was super fun. But
Tiger still in it?
I'm kind of with you. Too soon, dude. Come on, jeez. Golly.
That would be a story.
What's next? The player is always Tiger's Achilles heel. Come on, man. Chris. Question 1.
Let me get this.
Yeah.
Let me shuffle my papers.
Everybody's shuffling
my papers.
Better chance, Kings getting the 8 seed or missing the play-in entirely?
Well, Jason, just so we can speak educatedly and everybody can play along. I love saying educated, but it's not a word. The Kings are currently effectively, with the tiebreaker, 3.5 back of the Clippers. The Kings are currently 3.5 ahead of the Suns. Mm-hmm. They're right in the middle. They play the Suns tonight. I'm actually going to say it's more likely to catch the Clippers. I don't think Dallas and Phoenix are going to pass them. Well, maybe one might just miraculously go on a total heater combined with the Kings sucking. One of them might pass. I can't, famous last words. Yeah. I can't see both Dallas and Phoenix passing.
Yeah, and the odds, I guess for Phoenix, the odds would be better because they play the Kings twice. Mm-hmm. So they have 2 matchups. They could gain 2 full games.
Yep.
But honestly, Phoenix schedule is brutal.
It is.
It's absolutely brutal.
It's the only one more brutal than ours left, I think.
I wanted to read if it's their stretch here. They've got coming up here. Well, they got the Kings tonight, obviously.
Sure.
And then they play the Lakers, I believe, this weekend.
Okay.
But let me get you to this 10-game stretch. We're talking about the Kings gauntlet. Let me tell you, what do you think the Suns will do here, Dave? Let's go here. Sorry for this delay. Here we go. All right. So after they play the Lakers, we're going to ignore that game, and then the Raptors and the Bulls. So here's their 10-game stretch. Host the Cavs.
Okay.
This is basically what the Kings have to.
0-1.
Host the Cavs. Host the Bucks.
0-2.
Host the Sun. Or excuse me, host the Celtics.
That would be weird. 0-3.
At the Timberwolves.
0-4.
Host the Rockets.
I feel like they're going to win something, so I will just say they'll beat the Rockets. I feel like in those 5 games, they'll get a win over somebody, so let's call it 1-4.
All right, then here's the next 5. At the Bucks.
1-6 or 1-5.
At the Celtics.
1-6.
At the Knicks.
1-7.
Host the Warriors.
1-8.
And then they get to host the Thunder. That right there is why, like, I just think they're cooked. And I've watched them for a while. They're not really playing very well for a long stretch here. So
there's just like, okay, so they should go. They should. Based on
give them
spec.
one more.
That's what I was going to say. They should go 1-9. Let's give them 2-8.
Okay.
I don't see the Kings are going to have a rough stretch here. I don't think they're having a.
We'll give them 8 more losses. Is what 43?
That's 43 losses.
So at best, they're a 39-win team. At best, that's winning everything else.
Yeah,
that's winning tonight. That's beating the Lakers. That's beating the Kings again.
Yeah, that I mean that we're sitting there, and you got to think the most likely scenario is the Kings are going to host the Mavericks in a one-off,
or go to Dallas,
I
guess if they fall apart and Dallas passes.
Well, I would say this: Dallas is. Let me look at tough games here for the remainder. I know we're spending a lot of time on this, but at Houston, at Indiana, home Detroit, at New York. At LA twice.
Which one? Clippers or Lakers?
Clippers, sorry. Home Lakers. At Memphis. So and there's other games in there, but I think those are 8.
And they're just really injured too.
Right. And so if they lose those 8 and win all the others, that puts them at 40 and 42.
Yeah.
Which is still comfortably ahead of Phoenix. And I think at least a game or 2 behind the Kings. That really seems like, barring crazy injuries, a team getting on a heater, which, by the way, these all can happen.
Sure.
And I think what's interesting, by the way, too, is I do wonder, I think I know, okay, I know where the Kings fan base will lie on this, but I wonder what the percentage will be. If we were to put out a poll, and I don't want to because people will yell at it, but would you rather the Kings make the 8 seed and play Oklahoma City in the first round? Or would you rather them miss the playoffs entirely and keep that top 12 pick from Atlanta?
Also, would they, though? Like, would they have to really fall a lot further? Because wouldn't they be like 14th or 13th, and you're just going, oh, that's probably the worst thing.
Actually, as we break here, I think you might actually be really right there. Let me bring up the standings. Yeah, because anything 12 or above, I believe, does not convey. And
obviously you could still win the lottery and get totally lucky, but
the Phoenix Suns right now are in that 12 spot. So yes,
you'd have to have like the Mavs, Suns, and maybe even someone else.
You'd have to pass, by pass meaning pass on the way down, the Mavs, the Hawks, the Magic, and the Suns.
Yeah,
it ain't happening.
I think so.
I honestly wonder if the Kings lost every game the rest of the year, if that would happen.
Right.
Because some of these teams are going to be tankeronis. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll deal with the other 2 questions in here. We'll discuss that. And then somebody asked, I think it was ChatGPT yesterday, to predict like the next 50 NBA champions. We'll let you, spoiler alert, the Kings are one of them. We'll let you know when and some other details next. Oh, I thought you were saying go to break.
No, I said we have to go quick.
I thought you were saying like we have to go to break quick. That's why I set up the questions for the next segment. All right, well, that was good radio. Number 2, please.
Question 2.
Was the defense last night bad or simply the best they can do?
I mean, I want to be silly and say yes. The defense was bad. But also, look, it wasn't the best they can do. I refuse to believe that was the best they could do. But I think that scheme was what they thought was the best they had to offer. They made other players, their whole thing was, we don't want Steph Curry to beat us. We don't want Jimmy Butler to beat us. And Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler combined for 17 points. If you'd have told me before the game started that Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler were going to combine for 17 points and that their leading scorer on the night was going to be Draymond Green for the first time since like the 2015 NBA Finals, I would have really, really, really liked our chances. The problem, Jason, is that they said if someone's going to beat us, it's not going to be those two. Well, guess what? Somebody else beat them. And the Warriors, with the return of Jonathan Kuminga off the bench, had 1, 2, 3, 4 players off the bench in double figures.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think on the defensive part, it was bad. It was bad defense. Now, I think I want to go to the scheme. I get what they did. I thought by having, like, from the get-go, Keegan Murray just basically shadowing Steph, he wasn't able to help. I think what that did was, okay, kind of left that opportunity for Draymond or other guys to have some open looks. And Valanciunas was protecting the paint a lot.
Yeah.
And so I thought the smart move is what they did in the second half and actually shifted to a smaller team to Trey. That made more sense. They guarded a little bit better there. And then kind of once all the adjustments happened, then I thought the defense got really bad. Later in the game, honestly, the Warriors were just making like one pass and cut and getting layups. I thought they had major breakdowns.
Yeah, no doubt. That drive and kick. Good luck.
Killer. Yeah.
Yeah, the drive and kick, or you just rotate the ball around the perimeter. Somebody's getting an open three. You talking to me? No, he's talking to somebody else. All right, number 3, please, Chris. Number 3. Cut number 3.
Question 3.
Is tonight a must-win game?
Is tonight that loud to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really loud. Yes, I think they're all must-wins at this point. I will say this. It's a must-win for the Kings. It's a muster-win for Phoenix.
Yeah, higher scale for Phoenix. So I would expect the Kings get a premium effort from Phoenix. I mean, the Suns have to.
Yeah.
But for the Kings' own mindset going into the 7-game homestand, they need it big time.
We'll take a break. When we come back, all right, we'll get to Kings predictions based on what artificial intelligence thinks and so much more. We'll do that next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Big savings are back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. New Hondas are piling up, and that means big savings for you.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our number one priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed the musty smell in your home? I hope not, because damp smells mean that you could have a crawl space problem. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to waterproof your crawl space and get to the root cause of the problem. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Let's face it, nothing makes you look older than you really are than thinning hair. But what if you could not only increase your hair count, but promote new hair growth without surgery, without drugs with potential side effects, and without a prescription from your doctor? Well, now you can, thanks to a breakthrough new supplement called Hair Grow, provided by New Nordic, the #1 supplier of dietary supplements in Europe. Hair Grow is now available in the U.S. Only Hair Grow contains Tocogaya, a powerful antioxidant that has received a U.S. patent. Multiple clinical studies show Hair Grow is safe and effective in promoting new hair growth. In one study, 95% of the patients using Hair Grow saw increased hair count. Don't lose more time and more hair. Try Hair Grow today to feel and look your best. Available online at Amazon, Walmart.com, and NewNordicUSA.com, or in stores at your local CVS. Look younger and feel more confident with Hair Grow by New Nordic at NewNordicUSA.com or in stores at your local CVS.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, it's Ram Truck Month. The sales event's going on right now, and I know that means heavy discounts.
It's not just a discount, it's big discounts on hard-to-find Ram heavy duties. Right now, save up to $16,000 off MSRP on remaining new 2024 Ram 2500 and 3500 heavy duties. When you need a hard-to-find truck, Hoblet has it, with over 500 new Rams available.
Just one of the many reasons Hoblet always ranks as one of the biggest and best Ram dealers in all of America.
And we are proud of that. But we don't just sell Rams. You have to check out the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter with 200 vehicles available and 30 under $20,000.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$16,000 total net savings after $71.29 factory rebates and $88.71 dealer discounts. Rebates include $500 first responder bonus cash for eligible first responders and $66.29 West BC standalone 10% below MSRP. 5 vehicles at this net savings. Sample VIN 316786. Not everyone will qualify for all rebates. See dealer for details.
Only place in the morning to get your sports fix. Live and local. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Come on to the name of Chris. What's the place we went to today?
The Meltdown.
The Meltdown. That's actually a pretty good. Let me guess. Do they specialize in melts?
Sounds like it.
Hey, good for them. Shout out to the Meltdown. We paid full price, no discount. They didn't even know they were delivering to us. So get off me, FBI. Get off of me.
The FBI's on you again.
Always. God. So AI is fun. It's neat. Not just Allen Iverson, but also artificial intelligence, which is totally used for nothing but good, and I'm sure is not going to make us slaves to the computer world in the next 50 years like a Terminator. I'll calm down. Somebody asked AI to ChatGPT. I shouldn't say AI like it's home. ChatGPT to predict the next 75 NBA champions. Now, I don't care how smart you are as a computer or anyone else. Like, you really can't predict anything beyond like 10 years. Like, I could understand Victor Wembanyama, like young guys now, they're going to look pretty good based on what it is now. But there's so many other variables. Like, how the hell are you going to know who's getting what draft pick and what player is going to be in it? There's championships on this list that will field entire rosters that have not been born yet.
Yeah.
But it's
Whose
still
grandkids haven't been born yet.
Right. That's a great point. Still very interesting, though. They predict, ChatGPT, that the Boston Celtics will win the championship this year.
Oh, back to back. Okay.
Followed by the Denver Nuggets next year.
That's not out of the ordinary.
I mean, so far, I get it.
Okay.
2027, the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Wow, they have to wait a while.
Got to wait a while. 2028. Sorry, Kings fans. The San Antonio Spurs.
Oh, will Fox still be on the team?
Don't know. I think ChatGPT thinks so, though. That would be, let's see, if he signed a big extension, that would be the third year of his contract. Assuming he's still there. 2029, back to OKC. Ooh, we got a nice OKC Spurs Western rivalry going on. The Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo gets one more before retiring. 2031, the Spurs. Don't worry, I'm not going to go through all of them. Here's where it gets a little interesting. Before the Kings are set to win their title, and they are predicted to win one, in 2035, the Seattle Sonics.
Excuse me?
The Seattle Sonics, a team that does not currently exist, they are predicted by ChatGPT to win the NBA championship.
What year did you say?
2035,
Okay.
10 years from now. In between these next few, you have 3 more for the Thunder, another for the Spurs. The Warriors jump in there in 2038.
Wow.
And then in 2042, Jason, the first ever title goes to the Las Vegas Jackrabbits.
Okay.
The Vegas Jackrabbits are slated to win it all in 2042.
Oh, that's the year the Raiders and A's all win in Vegas. It's a jackpot year.
It's a Jackrabbit pot year. You're absolutely right. I'm gonna go to my phone on this so I can zoom in on some of these. So that takes us through 2042. You got a couple Lakers in there, another Sonics, another Jackrabbits. Then we get to 2051. Still no Kings. The Mexico City Aztecs win it all. Let's go, Aztecs. That's in 2051. In 2054, didn't even know these guys existed because they don't. The San Diego Waves.
Yeah, actually coached by Bronny.
Win it in 2054. You got a couple more Spurs titles in there. And then, excuse me, did I miss? Yeah, I got the Jackrabbits, the Mexico City Aztecs. Anyways.
Beijing wins one.
In 2060, the Beijing Dragons win a title, followed by the Mexico City Aztecs in 2061. And then in 2062, the Seattle Sonics win another title. By the way, the next year, the Nets win one. I mean, we're just getting to everybody here. Couple more Sonics here. And then this one's the one that really gets me. According to ChatGPT, the NBA champion in 2069, the Uganda Gold.
There's a team called the Oilers that win.
It's funny you ask because that caught my eye because I go, that's the exact logo. Oh, in 2090. I'm assuming the Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah.
It's the Edmonton Oilers exact NHL logo. So I'm assuming we have now expanded to Beijing, Edmonton, Las Vegas, Mexico City, Seattle, and Uganda. Ladies and gentlemen, not sure how old you are. Don't know what you're doing. But I would say this. Whatever you're doing, get ready for a parade 59 years from this June. Because in 2084, your Sacramento Kings are winning an NBA title. Yeah. Let's go. It's been a long road to cover this thing. Personally, I hope G-Man's on the call. We've been through it all. And now we finally get ourselves the trophy we all deserve. Come home where you belong, Larry O.B. Hey.
Because that rivalry with Uganda will be real.
The Uganda-Sacramento Kings rivalry is insane.
Yeah.
As Vivek Ranadive's great-grandson daughter leads us to a championship.
That parade will be boss.
That parade, they'll all be like they'll all be floating in the air.
Yeah.
It'll be like drones and, all of that. Everyone will give a big cyber clap. 2084. Now, granted, that's 59 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure we have at least a few people listening right now that'll be alive then.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bet too much that anyone on this show will be. I would say you're gonna be into the hundreds, all of us, especially you though, but all of us.
What? No.
What?
I'm not going to be in the hundreds.
59 years from now, you'll be close.
Oh yeah, I will.
I was gonna say
what?
20?
No. I'll be 99 years old.
Oh, my bad. Chris will be out there doing his dance. I think it would actually be a fun bit if I had a place I could just call up that was easy and simple. I wouldn't mind getting us like Sacramento Kings 2084 World Champion shirts, maybe a little merch. I have thought about this before, though. There really is. What's really in play, though? Have you had this thought, like, at all? Have you spent any time thinking that there's a probably better chance than not that I'm going to go through my entire lifetime being a Sacramento Kings fan and never see a championship?
I didn't have that thought till now.
Like, it's not just that's in play. Let's just say you and I both have I hope we have more, but let's just say you and I both have another 35 to 40 years. I think that'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
If you told me right now I could have another 35, 40 years, I'll take it. Here's reality. You and I have less time ahead of us for the Sacramento Kings to win a title than we have behind us for them not winning an NBA title.
Facts.
Can't dedicate your whole life to something and have it never, like San Antonio's had enough. The Lakers have had enough. I mean, it's basically us, the Clippers, the Nets. Like, what, the Hornets? Who cares about them? The Pelicans?
Yeah, but really, I guess your teams are what? Kings, Florida State,
Giants, Niners.
All right. So you've seen, but it's been a while for the Niners.
I would trade all of them for one Kings title.
And had you not had the Giants, though?
Yeah.
All
of them.
It's kind of what fans, and I'm not saying your teams are bad. That's just like, I don't know.
No,
I think a lot of people are in that spot where you're like, yeah, not a lot of the teams. It's hard to win a championship.
If it wasn't for, the Niners, you go back to 94.
Yeah.
And me growing up, it was like, oh, the Niners won another title. Great. Like the difference between like 89 and 94 is like, wow, that took forever. I'm used to winning a title every couple. Boy, talk about spoiled. Giants, of course, nothing. And then 3, in 5 years, 6 years.
But it's 30 plus now for the Niners.
30 plus now for them. That's like a legit streak. Not a great one. I would trade. I really would. And I've been asked that before. I would trade every Niner championship I've seen, every FSU title. That'd be the tough one. Every Giants World Series. That's like what? That's 3. That's 8. That's 9. That's 10 championships I would trade for one Kings. Just one.
But how different would your life be if those were all gone while you were growing up, going through that?
I don't know. I don't know if it'd be different. I know
because then when you think that way about the Niners, you're like, man, I'd love to see them win a championship.
Probably. Mustache Spider in the chat says, would you trade Nacho for a Kings title? Look, Nacho's got maybe 2-3 years left already. I would punt that dog like Baxter. I was just saying, I love her. That's my dog, literally. Yeah. But Notch, you're taking one for the team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're taking one for the team.
You get honored at the parade.
100%. Like I'll have a little like black and white, like R.I.P. Nacho, like with her. She got little angel wings. There's just like literally not a lot. Like I wouldn't give up my kids, stuff like that. I would. There's not a lot I wouldn't do for a King. Like seriously, there's not. I would challenge you almost to come. There's not a lot I wouldn't do for a King's title. 100%, not a lot I would do. Would not do. I feel like you're thinking of something.
Cut off a finger.
Yep, 100%.
Cut off a thumb.
Yep, 100%.
Cut off a foot.
You would.
Yeah.
Cut off your thumb.
Absolutely.
With no prosthetic. You can't get a prosthetic.
Okay. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was thinking about like
thinking
anesthetic.
Yeah.
Oh, so like I'm just thumbless for the rest of my life?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Can I pick the hand just out of curiosity? Can it be my left?
No.
It has to be my right?
Right thumb.
I'd still do it. I'd still do it. I would still do it.
Losing your taste buds.
Actually, that may not necessarily be a bad thing because then I just eat all healthy. So yeah. Then I just eat the most healthy meals ever. Everything would be like fish gut because it's healthy, I guess.
Perpetually stuck in traffic, missing every light all the time.
Like for the rest of my life, I miss every light. Yeah, that's the toughest one so far, but I would get a divorce 100%. I love my wife. I'm just saying 18 years. We've had our,
I don't like this conversation.
no, I would. I'm just saying for a title, do you know how many people that would make happy?
You lose your wife and she marries a Laker fan and the kids become Laker fans for a Kings championship.
Ooh, that's a good one, Chris.
That's a rough one, man. Yeah, I think I would. Because I've raised my kids right. They're still gonna.
No, that's.
No, I mean that's fine. They'll be a Laker fan, but I'll be like, "What's up, suckers? You can't get any gear, huh? Yeah, go. Why don't you go hang out with new dad, and all his Laker gear, bandwagoner. Meanwhile, I'm here with 31-year-old Jessica blatant offer who only likes to marry guys whose teams win championships, and I got myself a ring. I got myself a couple rings.
Oh, you're getting multiple?
Well, I'm getting a Kings ring, and I'm remarrying.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's going to be a Kings-themed wedding, and my kids aren't invited. Or they are, and they have to wear King stuff. Although my daughter would never experience, hey, sports ball. I don't know. I like purple. We'll take a break. When we come back. Standings watch. We'll look around the league as well before we get to a special edition, if you will, Friday edition of Kings Rewind. Hey, win or lose, it's still there.
Yeah. And Jiffy Lube.
And the Jiffy Lube drive of the game. Thank you so much. 1-800-920-1140. Call right now. Get yourself a $100 gift certificate to Jiffy Lube. Well, my wife's listening. We'll get back after this.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. An important message about your timeshare from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. Contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance, and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about timeshare cancellation.
Call 800-292-7788. 800-292-7788.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-275-1728. That's 800-275-1728.
Spring is in the air, and that means gigantic savings for all your oil change needs at Jiffy Lube today. Get a $25 gift card with the purchase of any Pennzoil Platinum full synthetic oil change through May 31st at your local Jiffy Lube service center in the greater Sacramento areas. And don't forget about the additional $30 off online coupon at jiffylube.com. Terms apply. Valid email address required. See pennzoil.com/rewards for details. Jiffy Lube, a huge spring savings for you today.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time and skip the regular line at the airport and pay for speedy security. Imagine not having to quickly unpack and pack at the place you already came packed to. And wearing your shoes the whole time you're there? You can't put a price on that kind of luxury. Well, actually you can, and you paid for it. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for speedy security. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Sacramento, what's up? It's your boy Henry Turner, aka the High Flyer here. Hey, you need something extraordinary? You like soul food? Howard Gumbo is the place for you. Family recipe straight from New Orleans. Gumbo is off the chain, good like mama makes. Check out their $5 bowl of gumbo. It's the best in the business. And when you talk fried catfish, fried snapper, sides, red beans and rice, Cajun rice, and gumbo fries. 2120 Marconi Ave in Sacramento. When you walk up, tell them the High Flyer sent you.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say. He's good at what he does.
On Sacktown Sports.
Welcome back. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross.
Wow.
Christopher Laud. A lot of fallout questions. Would I change my name to Turkey Sausage? 100%.
For a King's title?
For a King's title. I might do that anyway, but I would 100% do that. Like I said, there's not a lot. Like, I wouldn't harm anyone. Well.
Well.
I mean, you know, within okay. Like, if you were like, you have to go punch Tom Maley in the face for a Kings championship. Like, I love Tom. I would
do that for a Klondike bar.
I would never do that, Norm. Like, Tom's the greatest. But for a title, as long as he was okay, like, I'd hold back a little bit. I'm just saying. Jiffy Lube drive of the game right now, 1-800-912-1140. Good morning. You're on the air, David. Good name.
How's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Right before the half, Keegan Murray steals the ball and passes to Malik Monk for a layup.
Are you just saying that in general, or do you think that's the Jiffy Lube drive of the game? I just want to clarify.
I think that's the Jiffy Lube drive of the game.
All right. Okay. You say it. We play it. We'll see if you're right.
Balancing the floor, gives to Curry, feeds a pass inside, broken up by Lyles, grabbed by Monk, another turnover, another defensive stop. Malik drives, takes it to the rack, and scores. Your Jiffy Lube drive of the game in transition. Back-to-back turnovers forced by the Kings defense, and Malik Monk has just made this a 10-point game. 34 seconds to go.
Maybe a Kings loss, but that's a win for you. So congratulations. You got yourself
done.
$100 gift certificate.
Bingo.
Jiffy Lube. Yeah, dang right, bingo. Go there, get your brakes, your windshield wipers, of course, your oil change, and so much more. Just let me know what radio station makes all your oil changing and Jiffy Lube dreams come true.
11:40 a.m.
Hey, that's
who we are.
Passable.
Yeah.
By the way, hey, before you pick that up, that was kind of a curveball, and I hope I'm not stepping in it. But I was prepared. This is going to sound very strange out of context, Chris. I was prepared to pick up the phone and talk to a small child. Go ahead.
A small child called in earlier. I believe this is his dad.
Okay. I was walking back in and I hear Chris saying, and how old are you? You know, in a very like the way adults talk to kids. I was like, oh, wow. Is this going to be, that would be kind of a funny bit if like an 8-year-old kid got the Jiffy Lube drive of the game. That's what I was
give it to him.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I was thinking the 8-year-old was going to call about what things they would do for the Kings to win a championship.
I would cut off a toe. Hey kid, you got a lot. That kid's going to be around.
Yeah, they're going to see the championship in what year was it? 2082,
2084,
84.
Yeah, you got to wait 2 years on top of that, Jason. I'm sorry. That's a great contest. What would you do? What would you do?
What did your wife say
when she texted?
Yeah. Or can you say? Or is it even related to what we were talking about?
It was honestly a really good line, and I don't want to give her credit.
Oh.
She said, I get a divorce for a Western Conference championship.
Yes!
I mean, when you get clowned by your own wife, you know what? You just got to sit
Melissa
there.
Won, Dave 0
with the red nose on. And
that's fantastic.
I really
well done.
I mean, honestly,
wow.
From the 917. Never mind. This has to be about other shows. From the 530. Dave, what? Dave, would you give up hot water for life for a turtle? I think that means title. I would not give up hot water for life for a turtle.
How about for a title?
100. Well, hold on.
Your spa?
I think yes, but now, well, no, the spa, schma. What
Cooking?
about showers?
Showers. Well, that's the first thing.
Ooh, cooking.
Yeah.
So everything I have to eat for the rest of, like, I can't cook anything that involves.
I guess coffee, right? In a sense.
Bottom line, I would divorce you too, says, I love you, sweetheart. I said, by the way, just to clarify, I said I wouldn't give you up for a title, just in case you misheard that, sweetheart. Yeah, I would not give up. Yeah, I would give up hot. Well, you know what? Why? Who needs hot water? I got an oven. I'll get an air fryer. I'll use the power of heat in other ways.
Fire.
Cold showers every day.
You have to give up fire.
What the hell do I use fire for?
Cooking.
Oh, what if I get one of them stoves with the
electric?
The electric. Yeah, no gas. But no fireplace.
When's the last time you used that?
Well, last night, but it's here's the problem. Yeah. Fire. I mean, what am I, Tom Hanks on an island? I don't need stupid fire. I need a title. All the gear I get.
Okay, then cigarettes.
100%. Already did that.
I'm like, oh man. What am I doing with it?
Yeah, no. I want to be around in 2084.
I have a feeling if they won a title like really fast, and you professed to basketball Jesus that you were giving up fire or whatever you gave up,
and then they won it like the next year,
and then you're like, all right, can I get it back?
I would ask.
Yeah,
I would be like, hey,
I just needed one.
That would actually.
What would be great is if he's just like, oh, I don't have to give it up anymore because they won.
Yeah, and he's like, no, you have to give it up for the rest of your life.
No, well, obviously you're not talking to somebody because there's not really.
Okay, but which would be worse, dude?
But I'm just saying that. Then what if you found out after you started doing the things that you gave up? Then there's something that happened, like, oh, first time ever the NBA is rescinding a championship.
I'm rescinding my hot water. What about this? What if you cut your hand off for a Kings title? Which would be worse? Winning it like the next year and then the rest of your life? Well, I guess either way. Or like 25 years later they win. I think I would want it as soon as possible, but then I'd know that like probably no more titles. And I'm just sitting there with my stub in the air and a flag on it or something.
Would you know that they're going to win one? Like, would that be part of the deal? Like, I'm guaranteeing you that it's going to happen.
I would know.
So would part of it, though, go like, I don't know, as we age and you're getting older and older, you're like, well, I made it through another season. That must mean I'm they're going to win next year.
100%.
Or they don't. Okay, then it's next year.
Right. But then would
you start to doubt it?
I wouldn't doubt it. Here's what I would know. I would know that the older I get, the more likely it would be that as the final buzzer would freak me out so badly as 84-year-old Dave, that the final buzzer would sound as I'm having my heart attack.
Yeah.
Like, yep, they won it in my lifetime, and I got to experience the Kings. I didn't even have enough time to put the gear. They're like putting the NBA champions gear on my body. They're just wheeling me out like
that's all he wanted.
Weekend at Davies.
Yeah,
putting me in my seat. They
had a ring for him, but he doesn't have a hand.
They slipped the ring on. Then when I get cremated, that's all that's left is just the ring and some
chubs.
You can spread my ashes in the beam. I think it's dark. We'll take a break.
Okay.
When we come back, hey, here's a couple things I want from you, Jason. I need to know. I'm just asking.
Okay.
May I please have an update on what's going on with Gonzalez Law?
Yes.
And may I please get a Kings Rewind?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, great. See, there you go. You know what, kids? That's a lesson for you. If you're polite and you say please, you get what you want. We'll be right back after this.
Live and local.
With everything 49ers.
Intercepted by Fred Warner. Dives for the end zone. Touchdown! San Francisco! La Paul George went up and caught the ball. Touchdown!
The 49ers play on Sacktown Sports 1140.
When I wake up
The best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
I pull on my jeans and I feel all right.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started. Good mornings make for better days. Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Mornings can start feeling the same. Wake up, brush teeth, go to work.
Okay, that's me. Let me tell you about SacLegalDefense.com and Jonathan Gonzalez in his law office right here in downtown Sacramento. His case preparation over the years has resulted in life-changing, impactful results for thousands of clients, and you could be one as well. You can call him at 916-304-9187 or go to SacLegalDefense.com, and you might be able to get help in a lot of variety of things. And when we're talking about criminal defense, maybe you need some help with a sexual harassment case, wrongful termination case, auto accident, or expungement, something he specializes in, and something that happened in your past that's still following you, still on your record, that's keeping you from certain rights. Well, he can help you with that and help you clear that record. So there's so many different ways he can help. You can find Gonzalez Law Office online at SacLegalDefense.com or call him at 916-304-9187.
Mosley here with Friday's Toyota Tahoe report. You're going to want to hit the road early, my friends, because snow is falling in the Sierras. I know my four-wheel drive Toyota Sequoia is getting me there, so let's go.
Thanks, Johnny. A cloudy, snowy day up in Tahoe becoming windier and cold as the day goes on, with new snow accumulating up to 3 inches and a high chance of precipitation. Tomorrow, partially sunny with a chance of snow and a high near 37. This report is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-837-5050. That's 800-837-5050. 800-837-5050.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports, 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
As Jason and Chris get the finishing touches of Kings Rewind. Clean up some of this. We'll do that segment in the summertime. What would you do for a Kings championship? Dave, would you be a vegetarian for the rest of your life? Absolutely. I'd be a vegan.
I don't think that would be that hard.
I don't think it'd be no. That's one of the easier ones. Not that I plan on being a vegetarian. I'm saying I'd be a vegan, like no any of that crap. There's a tough one. Would you get a Lakers tattoo for a Kings championship? Well, that's really easy. That's the wrong question. Would I get a Lakers? Of course I get a Lakers tattoo for a Western Conference championship because here's why. Because I'll just put it on like the bottom of my foot. I think the person wants to ask, would you get a visible Lakers tattoo for a champion?
But then you could just cover it up after the Kings win it and make it change into like a Kings title.
But even if the deal was you have to get a Lakers logo on your neck and you can't cover it up, that person, I would still do that. I would. And then what a great story, because on my other neck, I would say, yes, I have 2 necks. I would put like Kings World Champions. And then somebody would be like, well, first off, why do you have 2 logos on your neck? Why do you have tattoos on your neck, period? Secondly, why do you have 2 logos on your neck? And then I'd be like, funny you asked. Jesus gave the Kings a title in exchange for this Lakers logo. Also, the thing everybody's missing too, by the way, I've noticed, I've been waiting to see if somebody would ask, is Dave, would you do XYZ for a title? But nobody was ever allowed to know that you did it. And you had to.
Yeah, that's the key.
That's the tough one. And it's not a credit thing. It's more of a, then I could never explain why I have a Lakers tattoo.
Back to the beginning of the show.
Uh-huh.
Would you allow your kids to be on social media? It was the big family talk last night.
Now, do I have like loopholes here where they could get like a LinkedIn for a day?
LinkedIn. No, we were going into the cesspool. Twitter,
yeah, you might have
Instagram.
found my kryptonite there.
Wow.
I said you might have. No, actually, yeah, go for it, kids. Go on all the social media. Go on Rumble and Twitter and look at weird. Yeah, I don't care.
Reddit.
I've raised you as well as I can. Yeah, go on Reddit. Be a Redditor. Do your thing. Kings Rewind time. Sorry, kids. All right, Kings lost to the Warriors last night. Yuck.
Well, two Northern California rivals were ready to square off Thursday night on national TV and right here on Sacktown Sports.
People hear me describing it over the radio. They are going to remember that AM radio is a viable and modern source for news and entertainment. Totally. I used to be number one in this town, but people don't listen to AM like they used to. Seems like it's more about FM and color TV. That's stupid. It sure is, Kevin.
It sure is, Devin.
It was Kings and Warriors Part 4, with Sacramento having a chance to win the season series.
A chance.
Domantas Sabonis was finally back at practice and was with the starters during the morning shoot-around, but word spread before tip-off that the Kings were not going to play him on Thursday.
Will you please run me over with your bulldozer?
What?
So back to work for the Kings. They go to work with the Chun, Valanciunas in the middle against the small Golden State Warriors.
The Chun.
And you know what they say. Well, no, size didn't matter. From the get-go, the Warriors were able to take advantage of the Kings overplaying Steph Curry, and Draymond Green would hit multiple three-pointers.
Ow!
No, I agree. No.
The Kings were careless with the ball in the first quarter as their 5 giveaways helped the Warriors open up a 12-point lead after one.
Oh, well, pardon me, Mr. Perfect. I guess I forgot that you never ever make a mistake.
In the second quarter, the Kings got down by as much as 23 points as the Warriors were lighting it up from beyond the arc with 12 three-pointers.
I am just green with jealous rage right now.
Sacramento did close the half on a 17-4 run and trailed 61-51 at halftime.
The valley you can't see if it's not over.
And at halftime on the national TV broadcast, Hall of Famer Charles Barkley predicted that the Kings were going to win the game.
He wants you to feel all warm and toasty inside.
Yeah, makes a man feel good.
Of course it does. Why shouldn't it? You figure you put that little box under your pillow at night, the guarantee fairy might come by and leave a quarter. Am I right, Ted?
Chuck's prediction was looking pretty good when the Kings shrunk the deficit to just 4 points.
Yeah! Coming on, yeah!
Part of the surge was the decision to start Trey Lyles in the second half.
Try?
Also in the third, a bit of history was made as the greatest shooter in the history of the NBA hit a milestone when Steph Curry made his 4,000th career three-pointer.
Oh, my God. Who the hell cares?
Golden State led by 13 going into the fourth quarter, while Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler were having quiet games.
What should I do? What should I do?
Well, in the fourth, the defense let the Kings down as the Warriors were scoring on simple one pass and cut, and they carved up the Kings.
You cut me too deep. I think I'm dying here, man.
For just the second time this season, the Kings would lose in wire-to-wire fashion.
Whoop-de-do.
Yeah, whoop-de-do.
Well, Draymond Green would go for a season high.
I really hate that man.
The Kings' chances of catching the Warriors has become very, very slim.
You mean not good like 1 out of 100?
I'd say more like 1 out of 1,000,000.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah!
Well, no time to pout.
Nope. No time to pout at all. Oh, where? I'm pouting, man.
Because the Kings are right back in action tonight when they face the desperate Phoenix Suns.
Here we go again.
again.
There you go.
There we go. It's well done. Well done, both of you.
Now you know.
Here's Charles Barkley from last night on that guarantee.
Secret sauce is the Kings gonna whoop their ass tonight.
Ooh.
Guarantee it.
Oh, my.
Guarantee it.
Really?
And it ain't gonna be close.
You know, the funny thing is, I was looking for that clip. That's actually from April of 2023.
I was gonna say,
yeah, that's actually from the playoffs. Yeah, Charles likes the Kings. It's fine. His prediction did not work out.
No, they missed. Missed on that one.
Yeah, he missed a little bit.
Thanks, Chaz.
I mean, would you rather him predict we're going to win, give us a little bit of love, and be wrong, or not? I applaud the effort.
Yeah, actually, I feel like every time recently that the Kings have played on national TV, they've been at home. So I haven't had a chance. Like I was able to hear some of the game last night. I actually thought they were pretty kind to the Kings.
I think so too.
I didn't hear the pre-half and but like Van Gundy and Harlan.
Kevin Harlan. Yeah, they were very nice. I don't know who this is, by the way. They've been holding for a while. I'm scared. Hey, good morning. You're on the air, unscreened phone caller.
Hey, good morning, Dave. I think we are stealth tanking.
Oh.
And the reason is, if I'm correct, the pick that we owe Atlanta is protected 1 to 12, meaning if we finished in 10th, I believe we would keep the pick. So 10th is much better than 9th. You still have to win 2 games and face Oklahoma City. What's it matter? But I think we're searching for 10th.
Wait, hold on. You're breaking my brain here. No, it's okay. The Kings keep the pick. It's top 12 protected.
Okay.
But top 12 isn't 10th. I think you're thinking 10th in the play-in. You can't keep the pick and make the play-in at the same time. You would actually have to fall out of the play-in and be one of the bottom 12 teams.
Well, no, there are 5 teams in each league don't make the playoffs. That's 1 to 10.
Yeah.
The 10th seed in each league are 11 and 12. So if you're 10th, then now unless they do it by record, and there's 7 Eastern teams and 5 Western teams.
Yeah, they do it by record.
That's the problem.
They do. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess we got to do a lot of tanking.
But then I would also say this too. I by the way, I don't think what you're saying is silly in any way. I completely understand the thought process. Here's what I would say though. What's your name, by the way?
This is Edward.
Hey, Edward. What I would say is this. It would be pretty incredible to get a guy like Doug Christie, who is trying to get permanently hired for the Kings, to do this. Now, if we want to go even bigger tin hat and say the Kings higher up said, look, you're getting the job no matter what, but we need you to do this. Now you also have to convince Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan and Domantas Sabonis and all those guys to also lose games on purpose.
Well, not all of them. I mean, you might have to convince one, but it's more the coach, yes. And Doug, by the way, is not just auditioning for the Kings coach.
Right.
He's auditioning to be the Seattle coach when they expand. So he's looking at building a resume that could also help him land a Seattle job. He might rather be in Seattle than here.
I hadn't thought of that. Thank you for the call, Edward. That did not occur to me. Let's go ahead and screen phone calls, Chris. If you would, please. Thank you, Edward. He had me there. He had me weird on the math. Like,
well, I get where he was going, but then I guess, if we start to do some of those numbers, like the 10th and 9th of the East, who are way below the Kings, would maybe have to advance so that the teams that are currently in 7th and 8th, maybe they end up with more wins than the Kings, push the Kings. I mean, there's a road somewhere in there, but yeah, that's tricky.
By the way, have we clinched yet that we don't get Charlotte's first round pick? I think we've clinched that, right? Probably. They're sitting at 16 and 49. Yeah. 2 games out of the worst record.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a couple of seconds, Jason.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's next?
What's next? We'll take a break. Warriors go wire to wire. We've got a little bit of audio for you as well. We still have to make up some stuff when it comes to post game. We'll hear from Keon Ellis as well. That Charles Barkley prediction and more. We'll get to that next.
Tonight, Kings and Suns. Game night with Scott Marsh and the high flyer Henry Turner starts at 5:30. Tip-off at 7.
The Kings play here on Sacktown Sports.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
Meanwhile at Xfinity. Okay, huddle up. Do you realize how many fans stream basketball? It's madness.
But real fans stream with Xfinity Internet.
Totally. We've engineered the fastest connection.
With reduced buffering and low lag.
'Cause making streaming better is what we do!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Can we let go now? It's really not a huddle with two people.
Switch to Xfinity Internet and stream live sports from the best seat in the house. Bring on the good stuff. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speed vary, not guaranteed.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is what makes us different from other law firms. At Gingery Hammer and Associates, we handle your case from beginning to end. Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether we need to file suit, or even take it all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to you and your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve. If you have an injury, just call Gingery.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app. A Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
Hey! Hey, you!
Hey!
Sneaking up on us like that. Welcome in. Friday Fun and Games coming up a little bit later.
It's going to be a fun one today.
Isn't going to be?
Yeah. I'm anxious to see how it goes.
Have we done this Friday Fun and Games before?
Yep.
Okay. Was it fun then?
Yeah, but I don't, I think we failed on it before, so we're not going to fail today.
Now you really have my interest.
Yeah.
Rory McIlroy has taken the lead at the Players' Championship through 10. He goes up to 11. He is 10 under, one ahead of Spawn Minwoo Lee. Ricky Fowler hanging out 3 back at 7 under through 8. It's going to be a fun weekend of golf. Well, it rains and clouds up here. Playing in old Hawaii. Or Hawaii? What? Florida. Wire to wire win, Jason.
Yeah, only the second time that's happened to the Kings. Milwaukee got him, and now the Warriors.
Not a fan of that in any way, shape, or form. And I'm honestly, I should never admit this. It's not good hosting. I'm running out of ways to analyze the team. I mean, I'm just running out of that mic. I'm running out of ways to, and we're only like, by the way, what are we? Maybe half. What are we? We're less than halfway through the March Gauntlet.
Right.
Like it. Again, never say never, but odds are it's going to stay this bad, if not get a little worse before it's all said and done. I personally am running out of creative ways to say this team is just not that great. They're fine.
Yeah.
They're not upper echelon.
How much of a factor do you think for this team specifically is it that they've been missing Sabonis? Because I'm not trying to say that's the whole thing, that like him back and they'll be fine, because it's not like they were thriving and going crazy with him, but I think that's really important to them.
So here's where you take a sip of water.
And it may, I guess the point of that is it may not matter based on the schedule.
Right.
But I do think they miss him.
I believe the Sacramento Kings are a better team with Domantas Sabonis, full stop. The reason it's very difficult to answer that question is this. Styles make fights, matchups make matchups. You know, like, for example, the Houston Rockets are a top 4 seed or 5 seed, and the Kings have swept them this year. But, can't manage to beat other certain teams that are demonstrably worse than the Rockets. The Kings are a better team with Domantas Sabonis. However, we've talked about this. Sometimes how many times have we seen it as Kings fans? We go in, we're playing a team on a road trip, or somebody's got, like the other night, the Nets come in, they're missing Jalen Brunson or whomever. They're going to give you different looks, and it's going to, in many ways, be advantageous. What I can't analyze for you is, they're a better team without Domantas Sabonis, but with Domantas Sabonis. But having Jonas Valanciunas there against Denver, against the Clippers, there may very well be a world where the Kings actually did better without Sabonis because of the element of surprise. It's like, how many times did we see in the NFL last year? This is universal with a lot of sports. How many times did we see in the NFL last year that a new quarterback a quarterback got hurt, new quarterback was playing, backup guy, and they go out and they either win in an upset, huge upset, or it's really, really close? Or how many times have we talked about pitcher comes up from the minor leagues in his first start? We always call it the Kirk Reeder effect. You don't have film on these guys. You don't have a ton of scouting on these guys. You have some, but you're now getting looks that are completely different. So long-winded, but I definitely didn't want to say, because it's a much deeper conversation. Yeah. I think they're better with Sabonis, but in the end, do they still lose by the same amount with Sabonis? Probably, maybe not. I don't know. We'll and I also think that there's Doug nailed it. I think there's a better than decent chance that whether Sabonis comes back tonight or in a couple of days, that they may look off too, because you're trying to reintegrate 40% of your starting lineup between Monk and Sabonis into the game. They're going to be rusty.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's tough. Keon Ellis, by the way, had a great game last night. The chants become louder and louder, and obviously losing doesn't hurt that. For Keon to be in the starting lineup. Doug already commented on that. We might rerun that. But Keon Ellis was asked about the difference between starting and coming off the bench, at least for him in preparation.
It's a great question. I mean, I think it depends, if you're starting and, you kind of have to be locked in from the gate. So if you go down, then I think it's, it kind of shifts to the bench to come in and bring that spark to put us back. So, I mean, I think it just depends on the situation of the game. If you come in, if you're coming off the bench and, the team is down, you kind of have to bring that focus and that mentality as if you were starting, and as soon as you get in there, it's time to go. So I don't truly think there's too much of a difference, but regardless, I think we do have to start better this game. Start the game better, obviously.
Yeah, they do. And I don't know if that's a Keon Ellis thing or a Malik Monk thing. By the way, Katie pointed it out. We've talked about it before, that the hook on Malik Monk has been, you've been seeing subs out in the first quarter after the fourth or fifth minute. By the way, I don't know what that's doing to his confidence either. What you don't want to do, I think, is be indecisive. And I'm not saying they're doing that, but I don't think you want to kind of get in Malik's head like, hey, I miss a couple and I'm out. And I don't think you want to get in Keon's head where, okay, you're starting, you're sitting, you're starting, you're sitting. Whatever the deal is, make the decision.
Yeah, I think they're back to, this issue that we've talked about. I feel like they're better defensive players for the most part are coming off the bench. They're offensive players in the starting lineup. I still feel like some merge might be the ideal one, but they get to the lineup shifted pretty quickly.
They do.
It's just,
but they're behind the 8 ball half the time.
If you are constantly down, 13-4 when the subs come in, you're like, okay, why? That's just, and they did a good job of coming back, but what if the lead wasn't deficit wasn't 23 and it was 9? You're like, all right, then that 17-4 run and you're ahead at halftime, buddy.
And then, by the way, you're down, and then you're asking the subs to come in a deficit who are defensive subs.
Right.
And now these defensive subs need to make up the offensive difference, which, by the way, you can with good defense.
Sure.
But it just seems a little bit backwards.
Yeah.
Again, we're talking about the roster and the potential issues there as well. Doug Christie, we played this earlier, but just backing up what Keon said, he was asked by Matt George about bringing Malik Monk back off the bench.
Is there any consideration at all to going back to what was working beforehand?
No, because we've won a lot of games with Malik in that position. I think that injuries and, like, when you guys look at it as like this present iteration of what happened. And what you got to understand is that before Domas got hurt, before Malik got hurt, they were starting to find their way as a unit. And once a guy gets hurt, you bring him back. You got to trust them. You got to let them find their game. And it's unfortunate that it's happening at this time. We're going to go the same thing if Domas plays tomorrow. We're going to, he's going to play his minutes, and it's a possibility that he's rusty. It's a possibility that the flow is not there. Like, those are things that happen that are you can't necessarily control. But what you do have to do is you have to trust your guys. They've put in a lot of work. They deserve that opportunity, because when they are playing at a high level, it's beautiful to see.
It is absolutely beautiful to see when they're playing at a high level.
Right.
I think that's a little bit of the issue, getting to that high level. More Keon understanding that each game has unique importance on the season.
We all know, the season's kind of towards the end of it. So, I mean, every game means just that much more, and, you're getting less opportunities. By that I mean like games to kind of increase your place in the standings. So we know each one is very important to where we end up at the end of the season. So I think the everyone knows in the locker room, like, as each game goes by, they only get more important.
I'm just
when you hold Steph to 11.
Oh, I just went to the next one.
I was actually say that was weird.
More of the Michael. You heard, I think Shannon worked for the team in the background saying that's it.
Yeah, that's tricky.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they all know the importance of where they are. I don't think that's the issue here. It's now, can they check that next box of playing teams that are better than them, like considerably or playing better than them or have a better record than them? Can they start to beat some of those teams? Because that's what this March Gauntlet is all about, right?
Yes.
Like, because everything you look at, you go, man, how are they going to beat Cleveland? How are they going to beat OKC? How are they going to beat Boston? They can't look at it that way, and they've got to break through on one of those nights or a couple of those nights, and then we would all feel differently about them. But if it keeps going down this path, there's a lot more losses left then in March if they can't beat those teams.
Why is it, Jason, that the Sacramento Kings beat the Celtics earlier this year? Not crazy long ago, 114-97. Why is it that they beat them and now, and by the way, they didn't have Fox for that game. And now it's like, oh God, there's no way they're going to beat. Like, why don't we feel better? And we don't feel better.
Right.
Why?
I think it's what we're in. I think it's what we've seen the last couple of games. That's the kind of thing, like the Knicks loss and the Warriors loss, to me, makes you lose some of the belief in the team. Me as a fan of the team. The reality is they've got a lot of good wins this year. I mean, winning in Minnesota twice, beating Boston in Boston, Houston, the 3 wins, or even the games that were competitive, like Denver, like they just had, the Clipper game. But they also have these games where they have been blown out and not really had chances to win. That's why you like to have a chance to be in the game, to think about, oh man, the free throws or that key sequence. Well, there was none of that last night. It wasn't a matter of, you can't talk me into 1 or 2 plays that you go, well, if this happened,
right,
it's a different game. No, they got worked.
If my math is right, after that initial Laker game, the Kings won 10 of their next 11. They went 10-1. Since then, wrapping up the end of that run, they were 23-20 after beating Golden State 123-117 to win their 10th of 11. They then lost the next 2 to Denver and New York on the road. They were 23-20. They're currently 33-32. They're 10-12 after going 10-1, and you could even call it 10-2. I don't count the Laker game; that was weird, but whatever. We just got done talking in the last segment about pitchers and quarterbacks and new things and Valanciunas for Sabonis and all that stuff. So you have had in that double stretch, you had a coaching change, and then you fast forward to what was the first game for Zach LaVine?
It was the last game for Fox was OKC. Then what did they play at Minnesota?
At Minnesota was
okay. LaVine then was in Portland, I believe.
Okay, so at Portland, all right. So they were 25-26, and then they won 7 out of their next 9. Okay, and the only 2 in the middle, again, much like their original streak, was at New Orleans before the break. Home Golden State after the break.
So 25-26 when LaVine came in?
25-26. Well, you said his first game was at Portland?
Yeah.
Okay, so they were
I don't think
25.
he played at Portland, did he?
Let me look here real quick. Because the next one was New Orleans. And good call. Nope, he did. He played 37 minutes. Bad call, Chris. 37 minutes, 22 points. Okay. I'm coming to the point here.
So what was their record before that game?
So before that game, before Portland, they were 25-25. And then after that streak, they were 32-28. So they end up going on a 7.
Yeah, they're 8-7 since the trade.
Okay, but 7-3.
All right.
In the 10 games after LaVine was acquired.
Mm-hmm.
10-1 in the 11 games after Doug Christie made that move. Is it as simple as this, Jason? On the heels of us talking about teams having to adjust for Valanciunas over Sabonis, film, it being a catch-up league and all that, were we getting a mirage in both cases because you're getting a new coach bump, you're getting a new player bump, and now the film has caught up, and now the teams have caught up, and they see the difference now with Zach LaVine. And yes, the Sabonis thing is throwing him off. It's just interesting to me that after Christie and after the acquisition of Zach LaVine, and to be fair, Valanciunas and Jacob LaRavia and all that, but those are your two biggest bumps of the year, and they both come after cataclysmic events in the franchise. I'm wondering if that's a combined, 17-4 after those two scenarios. I don't know if that's a coincidence or not.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know either.
There's no way. Yeah,
and then I think part of it too would be after that, where the losing started to happen a little bit. Also, might be who they were playing, might be the schedule.
That's also true too. We'll take a break. We're late for a break, right, Chris? Yeah, great job, God, Chris. Got it. Come on, one more day. We all got to be rowing together, all three of us. I can't. Second time today, I'm the one that noticed we were late. That's never happened. I'm the least disciplined guy on this show. We got to win this contest. Also, I want to see the update on the standings too. We're not trying to play in. We're going for a championship.
That's right.
It's a lot before 2084. When we return, before we get to Brendan Nunes at 9 a.m., we've still got a lot to get to, including a little bit of Doug Christie. We'll get a little bit more on, by the way, some NBA news, including an old friend of ours, maybe not still a friend, who's hot, who's not, and so much more before we get to Brendan and close out the last hour of the show. We'll do that next.
Know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Consolidated Communications.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Off to a wet start for this Friday. We'll see the steadiest rain impacting the morning commute along with some gusty winds. For the afternoon, we'll see on and off again showers, and those winds will die down. It's going to be cool with highs in the low 50s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Want internet with more speed and less frustration? Fidium Fiber Internet is better because it's built to deliver more bandwidth and speeds up to 2 gigs. Switch today and you can kiss buffering and weak Wi-Fi goodbye. Visit fidiumfiber.com.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for my good friends at American Energy. It's cold, and American Energy wants you to stay warm and make sure your system's operating safely. Here's the deal. A $49 tune-up inspection, which is regularly $119. That's a full safety and duct inspection. But guess what? If your system's over 10 years old, the tune-up is on them. That's right. It's free. Give them a call right now. $50 off your first recommended repair. And if you need a new furnace, half off the price of a new unit. Oh, by the way, breaking news. They're hiring right now. Here's the deal. They'll train you, full benefits, generous incentive-based pay. Just call today for more details at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. Not only great deals from American Energy, but possibly a new career for you. Check them out at theaeway.com for an instant quote and tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
In the Shag Bag, the renovation of Poppy Ridge Golf Course in Livermore, California continues on schedule for a reopening this year. Architect Jay Blasey's design assures a golf course we can look forward to playing a few months down the road. Check poppyridgegolf.ncga.org for updates. And Rod Metzler, PGA with Courseco, reports that the Campus Commons golf course continues to grow in after a complete redesign and is also scheduled to reopen in the next couple of months. I'm hearing a lot of talk about the nighttime crowd at the Hagen Oaks driving range with their Top Tracer technology. You'll find accomplished players alongside newbies searching for that first center of the club face experience that brings them back for more. The order of the evening is fun, so it might be worth a look. National Golf Foundation reports 45 million Americans over the age of 6 played golf both on course and off course in 2023. When can we count you on that list? That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Sacktown Sports is bringing you the biggest live events in town. Whether you're rocking out or dancing the night away, check out the Sacktown Sports live events calendar. Crank it up with Steel Panther at Ace of Spades on March 15th. Then catch rising country star Alexandra Kay the next night, March 16th, also at Ace of Spades. On March 22nd, experience the magic of the Ronstadt Review featuring Jasenia at the Crest Theater. Then get ready for an epic night. Papa Roach and Rise Against take over Golden One Center March 29th, while comedy legends Jay Leno and Arsenio Hall bring the laughs to Hard Rock Live Sacramento on that same night. And for country fans, Lee Bryce and Walker Hayes hit Ironstone Amphitheater on June 21st, and Parker McCullum takes the stage August 16th at the Ironstone Amphitheater up in Murphys, California. Don't miss out. Find more info and score your chance to win tickets at SacktownSports.com. The Sacktown Sports Live Events Calendar. Your ticket to the best seat in the house.
Huge savings now on new 2025 Silverado at the Maida Chevy Silverado Supercenter. Save $11,000 off MSRP after rebates every new Silverado LT Turbo Max with Maida Chevy's exclusive all in-stock pricing. And Maida Chevy has one of the largest selections in the Sacramento area. $11,000 off new Silverado at the Maida Chevy Silverado Supercenter. Now that's big, huge. See them all at MaidaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Not available with special financing, leasing some of the offers.
Made a great deal at Maida.
Whitey here reminding you that not all grills are created equal. When buying a new grill, every detail matters. For March, grab a $149 gift with purchase of every new Napoleon Prestige stainless steel grill, including a pizza lover starter kit and much more. More March savings include up to $79 off Rogue models. Napoleon grills are built different, built better, built to last, with a lifetime warranty and premium stainless steel that boasts quality. See how Napoleon will help you achieve the perfect grilling experience. Visit Green Acres Nursery today with your best selection of Napoleon grills and accessories.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411th North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
I think you're ready for Friday Fun and Games. You just had really good timing in the break there.
My timing was good.
Yeah.
Chris is in the other room flexing. Had to break that one up.
Yeah.
I'm dying.
He heard it. Can I say what we talked about?
Sure.
Okay. So he's like, hey, do you have any he goes long shot to the guy with chronic migraines. Any chance you have any sort of Tylenol or?
I was hoping for something like extra strength that like.
Well, you can make it extra strength. just take a few. So yeah, ibuprofen's right here for you, buddy.
Why would he need it, Dave?
So he said he messed his back up. Right. Which is what I commented that I thought he also messed his back up.
Yeah.
And then I think you said, well, how did you mess your back up? And he goes, oh, it was boxing.
No, that's not what happened. He said, how'd you hurt it? Weightlifting? I said, no, boxing.
Oh, that is what happened. Yeah. And I was joking, like, he's flexing.
Yeah.
It was boxing.
Yeah.
How do you hurt your back boxing?
We were doing this one exercise where you take like a
medicine
ball, and you're like doing these steps back and forth. Yeah, much like that.
Right.
And then like right in the middle of it, I just felt like my whole back just go.
Oh, yeah.
Just squeeze in. I'm like, oh, we're done.
No. Yeah, Jason, you agree?
Yeah, I do.
Mm-hmm. Well, we got you covered, pal. Although we don't, because I think technically you're not allowed to give coworkers medication. So here's a bottle. I don't know, but just in case, here's a bottle of ibuprofen.
If you happen to
what
find
you do with it,
leave it there. What you do with it, up to you. Tim McMahon dropped an article on ESPN that just caught my eye. He sat and talked a little bit to Matt Ishbia of the Phoenix Suns, who the Kings play tonight.
Interesting.
They pick it up after the comeback win over the Clippers. And Tim says maybe that win will be a symbolic start of the Suns salvaging their season. Matt Ishbia told him, I like that analogy. I'm going to use that with Coach when I talk to him. He goes on and rhetorically asks, so what's the reason we've fallen so far of expectations, so short? I don't have the answer. If I had the answer, I'd fix it right now. I still believe in our team. I still believe in Coach. I still believe in the guys we have. And at the same time, at the end of the season, if we don't get to where we expect to get to, I'll have enough data and evidence that it didn't work or it did work. And then we'll make decisions based on that. Talks about how his fingerprints have been all over the place on the trade for Durant, the trade for Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, the priciest star trio with him in the entire league. Durant, Beal, Booker, all on max deals. Remember, Phoenix swept them in the first round last year. Ishbia said, it's been a really disappointing year, very disappointed. There's not a person in the organization that doesn't feel that way. We had high expectations. And then in his next breath, he said a postseason bid is still within reach. If we get in the playoffs, I don't think we're an easy out for anybody. But when talk about rebuilding comes around, when talks about trading Devin Booker, for example, he says, quote, never will happen. It's silly. Here's what I'll tell you. I have Devin Booker in his prime. In order to win an NBA championship, you got to have a superstar. You got to have a great player. I want to find the money quote here for you, Jason. As Ishbia acknowledges they'll need to remodel the roster. It's insulting to Ishbia to suggest that a patient rebuilding process might be in the best interest. Quote, it's surprising to me that other people, other fans, they actually like the rebuild process. With disdain dripping from his voice as the final word of that sentence comes out of his mouth. Like, oh, let's rebuild it. Are you crazy? You think I'm going to go for 7 years and try to get there? You enjoy the 2030 draft picks, 2030 draft picks we're holding? I want to try to see the game today. I want us to win today, and we're going to try. And guess what? If this doesn't work, maybe next year we won't be as good, but we're going to try again. We're going to try to win and compete, and it will work, and we will win championships. Might not be this year, but I promise we're going to do it, and that's what we're focused on. Matt. It's so fun in a certain way when you see these titans of industry. In all respect to Matt Ishbia, and he built his, people say, well, he took over his dad's. Yeah, he took over his dad's company and had 13 employees. He built that. He built that company. All credit to him. He made his money, whatever, fine. But it's so interesting to see them come in, and now it's beyond ego that's involved, because in order for him to back off of what he was saying earlier last year, the year before, he has to basically admit he was wrong. He was new. He was naive, which, by the way, fans would respect. And he's now going to double down. Him even saying, and I'm not saying they have to rebuild in 7 years and all that, but for him to deal with, no, you know what you should have disdain for, dude, is having the highest payroll in the entire league, likely missing the playoffs, certainly being a first round out at best, and you have no picks. You have nothing in the cupboard.
Right.
And you want to see her. The only thing worse than rebuilding do you think fans don't like rebuilding? When I talk, for example, about doing a real rebuild, I like the idea of knowing I'm signing up for the next 3 years, losing 50, 60 games. Are you kidding me? That sucks. You know what I hate more than that? Treading water year after year after year after year. And the worst place to be is not the bottom half. It's not. The worst place to be is that middle 10 spots where you're not good enough. There's no chance you're competing for a title, and there's no chance you're getting a number one pick.
Yeah, and I would say they're in a particularly worse spot because they have what appears to be the talent.
Yes.
Like a lot of the problems with the teams that are in that bubble, they're just not good enough. But when you go, like when he said 29 of those teams would want our roster, I don't think that was factually true, but a lot of teams would. I mean, just based on if you start with Beal, Booker, Durant, that's a winning formula. It's not for them.
Right.
But they're closer to having what you want. Like if you traded, like to his point, if you traded Booker, you're trying to find another Booker in return.
Right.
So that's what makes it difficult. But it just sometimes when you see that and you're not good enough now, it feels like the better path is the teardown.
I think that's where he's at. And I think he's going to be stubborn. And he's going to cost the fans. He's going to cost them some years.
Yeah.
Is the problem. And, you know, when you look at our ownership and you look at Vivek, look, it's like Matt Ishbia. I was on doing a Bay Area radio hit yesterday, previewing that with our friend Greg Pop.
Yeah.
And they asked me about Vivek. And I said the same thing to them in the Bay Area that I say here. I like the dude. I think I know he wants to win. He's at every game. He's into every game. He's not on his phone. He's obsessed with it. I have never doubted that Vivek Ranadive truly wants to bring a championship to Sacramento. I would die on that hill, but I don't think he knows how. I don't think he understands how, and I think the people he has advising him are not great. Not all of them, by the way. I'm saying some of them. And I think that ultimately he, like a lot of us, you want something, well, you got to roll your sleeves up and you got to get involved. I think the most difficult thing for somebody like Vivek would be, okay, here's the people in place. It's all you guys here, do your thing.
Right.
My opinion doesn't matter. And in 2, 3, 4 years, if it ain't working, you're fired. That's it. And that is so difficult for these guys to do because they want to be a part of the process. I get it. We're all in the same boat, man. We'll take a break. Who's hot, who's not? We'll recap 3 in the key last night. We'll do a new 3 in the key for tonight, Kings versus Suns. And then Brendan Nunes kicks off the 9 a.m. hour next.
Plays here.
Keegan scores another three-pointer. Keegan Murray knocking it down for 23 points. Match De'Aaron Fox for game scoring honors.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Well, it's the Ram Truck Month sales event, and I know that means discounts.
Right now, you can save up to $17,500 off MSRP on new 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab 4x4s. And we don't just have a few Rams. We have Northern California's biggest selection with over 500 new Rams available.
It's the big city savings with the small town customer service.
Exactly. When you shop at Hoblet, you become part of the family. Plus, we don't just have big savings on Ram trucks. We have almost 200 vehicles at the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter and over 30 under $20,000.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
17,500 total net savings after 10,500 factor rebates and 7,000 dealer discounts. Rebates include 2,000 Chrysler Capital bonus cash. Must finance through Chrysler Capital. 1,500 National Conquest dealer cash. Must currently own or lease a Ford, Chevy, or GMC brand vehicle. And 500 on-the-job upfit. Must show 500 plus eligible upfit. 5 of this net savings. Sample VIN 684-262. See dealer for details.
You know what I love about spring? It's a season of change. And that means it's time for a closet refresh. Enter Kohl's. With the extra 15% off they have going on, I saved on the latest styles for my entire family. Like a cute dress for myself, linen shorts for my husband, and spring jackets for my kids. Just add sunshine and we're set. All thanks to Kohl's. Select styles. Some exclusions apply. 15% offer ends March 23rd. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-902-5454. 800-902-5454.
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPfest.com. Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Paul Mitchell, The School, Sacramento, and Stoney's Rockin' Rodeo. Find out more at CITPfest.com.
Febreze.
Fabric Talk. Hello, my love. I am your living room carpet. I see everything. I feel everything. After a while, I smell like everything, including Sir Pickles, who you snuggle with while binging that dating show you can't stop watching. So, how about we freshen things up with Febreze fabric spray? Ooh, and a big spray for my pals, couch and ottoman? Ah, yes, refreshing. Breathe happy, Febreze. La 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 la.
Old Spice Swagger Body Wash will make you the MVP of freshness and confidence. With its irresistible scent, it will transform your shower experience, leaving you feeling fresh on and off the field. Pair it with Old Spice Swagger Deodorant, the #1 aluminum-free brand that keeps you feeling like a Super Bowl champion 24/7 when used daily. But don't wait. This dynamic duo is available at Costco for a limited time only. Old Spice, official deodorant partner of the NFL and Super Bowl 59, where freshness meets football greatness.
Big savings are back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. New Hondas are piling up, and that means big savings for you.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
What's hot and what's not. Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot.
And what's not?
It's not good.
Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Hey, you, over there. Over there.
Over here.
Who's hot?
Draymond Green.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, okay. Great. Is that it?
Well, he led the team in scoring last night. That's the first time he's led the Warriors in scoring since Game 7 of the 2016 NBA Finals. That means his streak of 627 starts, including playoffs, without leading his team in scoring. It is the second longest since Mark Eaton.
Oh.
83.
Wow.
That doesn't make... Yeah, from 83 to 93, he went 890 games.
Wow.
Between leading his team in scoring.
Whatever. God, Draymond Green led the team in scoring. We lost. That's just lame.
That's a tough one to take. Turkey sausage.
Turkey sausage. Yeah, turkey sausage. Let him. Maybe you heard that chance, JR.
Yeah.
Hey, who's not hot then?
Blowouts in college basketball.
Oh.
Yesterday in college basketball, it was the lowest margin of victory, 7.3. That was games decided by single digits in 75% of games yesterday. 50% were decided by 5 or less out of any day in the last 40 years with at least 45 games between two Division I teams. That's written weirdly, strangely.
You know what I would say to all that?
What?
This is March.
This is
No,
March.
I think it's more like this is March.
This is March.
March.
Oh, this is March.
This is Scott March.
Do you think he occasionally just yells it out? This is March.
This is March. I think so.
Yeah.
I got a fun little game for you. Well, we got to do some other things here. Never mind. But I'm looking at some. Let's see. We got a couple of 3 in the keys to do here, right?
Yeah.
All right. So real quick, I got a list of with Steph Curry hitting that 4,000 3-pointers. The question is like, is that ever going to get broken?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So real quick, I want to.
Wow, that was quick, Jason. You think it will?
I'm gonna throw a couple at you guys. Just simple yes or no. Wilt Chamberlain's entire 61-62 season,
No.
in which he averaged 50.4 points. Will that ever be broken? No, never. Closest, Michael Jordan at 37. How about this? Wilt Chamberlain averaging 48.5 minutes a game.
No.
Played the entire year. The only game he missed, he got ejected, but he also played a couple of overtime games. By the way, weirdly about that year, guys, he averaged more than 48 minutes a game, but he averaged 1.5 fouls per game. He was never in foul trouble. Maybe the most.
That would probably never.
I don't think
because he never fouled out.
Yeah. I think the one that it's maybe the most certain to never get broken because I think it's actually impossible. Rasheed Wallace's 41 technical fouls. Like you just, I don't think you can't do that anymore. Walt Bellamy once played in 88 regular season games because he was traded from the Knicks to the Pistons and there was a scheduling quirk. And he played in every single game. That's never getting broken, right?
No.
Some of these I really didn't know. Moses Malone, 6,731 offensive rebounds. That doesn't include his ABA numbers. That would put it up to almost 7,400. That's 2,500 more offensive rebounds than Artis Gilmore. His 2 highest offensive rebounding games in history, he has them both. 21 and 19 offensive.
Wow.
Well, that's a lot of misses.
That's what he's known for.
1, 2, 3, 4. Stockton's 15,806 assists.
That's the one I don't think people appreciate enough.
Chris Paul is number 2. He's in his 20th season. Paul is. He'll turn 40 in May. He's averaged 9.3 assists per game for his career. He would have to do that for 5 more seasons.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen. What about AC Green's 1,192 consecutive games? Mikal Bridges is 28. He's never missed a game. He's played in 539 consecutive games. He'll have to do it for the next 8 full seasons. That will never get broken either, Chris, what you said to me off the air about AC Green. LeBron James is 1,290 consecutive regular season games and counting of double-digit scoring. Michael Jordan had the previous record at 866. I don't think so.
Yeah. And Steph's putting up such a number now on the threes.
Yeah. He ain't done.
Right.
All
That's
right.
the other part of it.
John Tesh, please. 3 for last night.
All right, our predictions between the Kings and the Warriors. We asked with the new King, new Warrior, Butler and LaVine, what they would score. So Jimmy Butler and Zach LaVine. Davey said 23 for Butler, 26 for LaVine. I said 16 Butler, 26 LaVine. Chris said 18 Butler, 31 LaVine. Correct answer was 6 for Butler, 14 for LaVine.
I feel like you get a half a point because at least you were close on LaVine. Weren't you at 16 for LaVine?
No, it was for Butler. I was the closest one on Butler. But
all right,
the closest. You and I were closest on LaVine, but that wasn't very good.
So basically, Chris lost that. We didn't win it, but Chris
Epic
lost.
fail.
Yeah, epic fail.
Then we asked for Warriors and Kings made threes. Davey said 20 for the Warriors, 16 for the Kings. I said 17 and 13, and then Chris said 16 and 20. Dave, you were closest with 22 by the Warriors and 14 by the Kings. You missed each by 2.
I did. You're darn right I did.
Then our random stat, Dave, you said Buddy Hield would shoot under 35%. He was 6 for 10. That's 60, isn't it?
So I missed it by half.
Yes.
That's fine. I'll recover.
I said there would have 3 or more technical fouls in the game. There was 1.
Who was it?
Trey in between the third and fourth.
And that third quarter was so dumb.
Chris showed me that play again.
It was dumb. It was very dumb.
Oh, so you just have 26 seconds to make a basket
Why
now?
not?
Come on, cheaters.
That's fine.
And then Chris went with the tune would make a 3-pointer. 0 for 0.
Oh, so it's the tune. It's spelled CH00N.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well done.
Well done.
Ready for tonight?
I am ready. All right, Brendan Nunes joining us in 4 minutes. Let's get this sucker out of the way.
All right, Dave, who leads the Kings in scoring tonight?
Tonight, I think Zach LaVine's going to stop being Zach Latrine. You know what I'm saying? With those shot attempts, he's going to pop out. Do you need points?
Yeah.
Give me his game log. We'll give him 31.
Okay. I have LaVine as well with 27.
Okay.
He will have 30.
Who, LaVine?
Yes.
Or DeRozan? Okay. Next up, who will lead the Kings in assists and how many?
I'm just going to go with a little bit hopeful here. Just going to be a little bit optimistic. That's what they call me, optimistic Dave. Give me 8.
Or
Domantas Sabonis. Please.
I'm going to go with 8 for DeMar DeRozan.
Oh, yeah.
Chris?
I'm going to go 9 for Malik Monk.
Wow, German for no.
Pizza guy.
Oh, pizza guy. That's why he stayed. He said so.
Random stat.
Random stats.
Malik is king in Arabic.
That is a random stat. You know what I'm going to go with? Jonas Valanciunas is going to hit a 3-pointer tonight.
Shun for 3?
Shun for 3. Why did I
It's
say
going to
that?
happen. It's got it.
It will.
He's hit one. We didn't pick it.
We didn't pick it.
I'm going to say the Kings will have a 40-point quarter.
40-point quarter, huh?
Chris?
Devin Booker will score 20 points after a technical foul.
God, you're such a Devin Booker
Wait,
stan.
Booker will score 20 after a tee?
Correct.
Okay.
It's not out of the realm of possibility.
I've seen it happen in person.
Devin Booker. You know what? Devin Schmucker. That's what I said.
You want to punch him in the face.
He's got a punchable face, man. Just a punchable face. Gross.
What, him and Jaime Jaquez, I guess?
Yes, him and Jaime Jaquez.
Watch it.
Yeah. You know why?
Why?
UCLA.
No. That's why he's great.
They call him Jaime Jaquez Jr. Nothing rhymes with Jaquez, I don't think. Yeah.
Oh, every time he denies a shot, it's a blockhead.
We'll take a break. Why?
His favorite game, as Simon says.
Brendan Nunes joins us. Sacktown Sports Kings at Center. Next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet, find all the parts you need at prices you'll love, guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay, things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Attention! Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-848-4499. 800-848-4499. Again, that's 800-848-4499.
Spring is in the air, and there's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. Whether you're shopping for new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings. Plus, get top dollar for your trade. And while life's roads are often filled with bumps, buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Meanwhile at Xfinity. Okay, huddle up. Do you realize how many fans stream basketball? It's madness.
But real fans stream with Xfinity Internet.
Totally. We've engineered the fastest connection.
With reduced buffering and low lag.
'Cause making streaming better is what we do!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Can we let go now? It's really not a huddle with two people.
Switch to Xfinity Internet and stream live sports from the best seat in the house. Bring on the good stuff. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speed vary. Not guaranteed.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
KHD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, Sacktown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Joining us right now, Sacramento Kings. Describe it. Sacramento Kings insider.
Stinky.
Brendan Nunes joins us. Brendan. Oh, that text line's funny. Good morning, Brendan. How are you?
Morning. I'm doing well. How are you guys?
I'm good. How are you, Jason? Fair. Brendan, we're it's a Friday. We're losing it a little bit. We need some relief pitching. I said earlier, I'm just kind of running out of ways to describe this team and give something to the fans. We were 9th last year. We're probably going to be 9th this year. We got 7 games in 12 days coming up. Really, 8 and 13 if you count last night. That includes Cleveland, Oklahoma City, Boston, Memphis, Milwaukee, and others. Is there a bright side you can see that I can? Is it going to get better, or what are we doing here?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm a source of optimism throughout this whole thing necessarily, but I would say that I find enjoyment in like individual storylines, even if maybe the greater picture is not the, brightest view necessarily. But I think like having Keegan Murray's long-term development, I think is really important for this team's future. And while they haven't always gone into the greatest rate recently, I think that he's been more aggressive as of late. Keon Ellis and Devin Carter are important for this team's future. And, still how Zach LaVine continues to grow and mesh is important for this team as well, and some of these other guys. But, part of all of their development is getting some postseason experience. And, hey, if you get a chance to do that by whether that is just the playing games or winning some playing games, then I guess that means something. But
yeah,
maybe that speaks to essentially where I'm at here because, yeah, I think it is a fairly bleak outlook, even if I think that they had been playing okay basketball before this New York and Golden State games.
And Brendan, you're talking about the individual development, and even like a guy like Zach LaVine could still develop with this group. Last night, his lack of offense as far as volume, because he was efficient, wasn't the reason they lost, because they just really couldn't stop the Warriors. But it's hard to imagine a game where you'd see Fox taking 6 shots or other prime scorers on another team getting just 6 attempts. I mean, I guess it can happen, but what do you think was the biggest reason why they just couldn't get the volume of attempts for Zach LaVine last night?
Yeah, I mean, I think some of it is Golden State being a pretty solid defense, especially since adding Jimmy Butler. But for the most part, I think we saw it even more so when Malik Monk was not there, who obviously has recently returned to the lineup. But LaVine I thought, had moments where he's trying very hard to be a playmaker out there in the way of setting up for his teammates. Obviously, the Kings don't really have a traditional point guard. I thought early in that Golden State game, as a team, they had a lot of turnovers, but Malik had 2 really early ones. Malik ends the game with 4, but Zach actually ends the game with a team-high 5 turnovers. And I think that when you have those sort of blunders, that you could maybe start to get a little bit more passive or a little bit willing to pass it to some of the other guys on the pecking order, essentially. But it's one of those, got to remain aggressive things. And I think that it could be categorized into still sort of being the new guy, and you don't want to be the new guy that's turning the ball over a bunch and chucking up shots, which, not a great excuse. And maybe there's more to it than that, but I kind of think it was just a slump game for Zach, and he's far from the only one that struggled yesterday. But his lack of playmaking, I think, is something that's notable for this team because, he shouldn't be relied upon to be the point guard for extended stretches out there.
Brendan Nunes joining us. Brendan, the Kings are effectively 3.5 games behind the Clippers for the 8th seed. They're 3.5 ahead of Phoenix going into tonight, to being out of the playoffs, the 11 seed, if you will. We asked this question earlier. I'll ask you, which is more likely? The Kings jump up to 8 or the Kings miss the playoffs? You got to pick one of two.
I would say it's more likely they jump up to 8. I think it'd be second guessing myself right after I say it. But, I think it'd be pretty tough to have to fall down. I don't think Phoenix obviously is. I think it has more to do with the team around them, right? That Phoenix has just been struggling as much as they have. And Dallas as well, obviously being part of that. I don't know. The Clippers and Timberwolves are rolling, but I'm not sure to what extent that will keep up. And again, I didn't expect this Golden State game to be a blowout in the way that it was, but I thought that they had been playing okay basketball, and I'm very much back to where I had been in years prior of they're good enough offensively to win any night and bad enough defensively to lose any given night. So I think they're going to have a chance at some of these games, even where they're not favored.
How much of an impact right now is the loss of Sabonis? I thought he might go yesterday. He worked out in the morning after practicing the day before. And he's a really important piece to this puzzle. One, do you think he goes tonight? And two, how much do you think him being out has been a factor in this struggle lately?
Yeah, I mean, 25 assists last night for the Kings on 37 made baskets. You know, that's not what you're looking for there. I think Doug is looking for more like 40 assists as a potential target. And obviously Domas is part of that. Ironically, I didn't think they were fitting great, they being Domantas Sabonis and Zach LaVine, but that's a process that obviously gets slowed when Domas goes down for a little while. So you would like to think that the guy who maybe his greatest skill is making his teammates better, that when he gets out here, it should help everything mesh. You know, a bunch of hoopers on the floor and then Domantas Sabonis trying to get everybody organized essentially. So I don't think that we've seen that be actualized, but I think that's the, theoretical way for how Domas should be able to help this team. Even though I've kind of thought that maybe needing less of attention, whether that's touches or things like that with Valanciunas, may fit in a different way that is also beneficial to this team. So I think it's definitely had an impact. You see it in terms of the ball movement, the rebounding and such, but him coming back, I certainly don't think is a fix-all for these things, and honestly probably means that there's just still more learning pains.
Brendan, much of the talk with Malik Monk is great player. Obviously, we love him, just not a true point guard. The Kings don't really have a true point guard unless you count Markelle Fultz, but a startable true point guard. It's interesting in the Monty McNair era, geez, David, that they have drafted Tyrese Halliburton. They have drafted Devin Carter. They have drafted Davion Mitchell, and they had Tyrese Halliburton. And now they have no point guard. Is that more situational to you, or is that a front office issue?
Well, I would say it's an interesting one because there's some picks that I think were not great in the moment. I wasn't a big fan of the Davion pick. I thought that one was fairly surprising, even though obviously the success that he had in college, but it being a third, he was coming in as a third point guard. You already had De'Aaron Fox. You already had Tyrese Halliburton. I think Tyrese is obviously a home run pick, but also the obvious one. And Devin Carter currently, honestly, does not look like a great pick. There's guys like Dalton Knecht, Tristan Da Silva, even if you want to throw Kel'el Ware in there, that could be impactful for this Kings team, but still too early to call it for the most part. But I would say that some of them don't have traditional point guard skills. Davion Mitchell, Devin Carter. I think if Davion was like a traditional point guard, that maybe his fate on this team would have been a little bit different than the conclusion that it came to. But yeah, I think that there's just weird circumstances with each one of those guys. And when you look at the situation of going from Sacramento having so many guards to all of a sudden having no point guard on their roster, I think ironically, the thing is they always had a lot of guards, but they really only had the one point guard, or two if you throw Jordan McLaughlin in there.
So tonight, Brendan, it becomes such an important game really for the Kings, but also it feels like the game for the Phoenix Suns, a team that has really been struggling. Why do you think they've had such a hard time? Because when you look at their roster, it looks like they should have a lot more wins than they do.
Yeah, it sounds like things just aren't sort of clicking, and I'll admit my faults and say I thought that this team was going to be in the Western Conference Finals coming into the year. I also believed in the Clippers when they had Paul George over there for way too long. So clearly I just can't overlook the talent sometimes. But it sounds like, they haven't quite been on the same page with some coaching staff things. And I think that when Kevin Durant's name gets brought up a bunch, or obviously Bradley Beal in the first place in the Jimmy Butler trade conversations, and then Kevin Durant's name gets brought up at the trade deadline, obviously they had already kind of been sputtering at that point, but I think that makes things even more difficult. And the role players on that team really have not performed in the way that I think that you would have expected. I was a big fan of, Monte Morris and Royce O'Neal and some of these guys, and Yusuf Nurkic I thought could fill a role, and obviously that has not quite worked out for them. So that definitely plays a part when you're a super top heavy team. But I think one of the biggest things is that Devin Booker hasn't quite been the star player that everybody thought he would be, obviously coming off a great Olympic year, and they were relying on him to essentially be the point guard of this team, even though Bradley Beal, KD, some of these other guys can do that. There was a lot of reliance on Book when you're such a top heavy roster like this. And while he's had a solid year, I think up to their standard of, hopefully competing was the thought coming into the year. I don't think he's met that bar.
That's Brendan Nunes. You can read him on Twitter and, of course, at sacktownsports.com. Your Sacramento Kings insider for us here on the station appears each and every Friday. Brendan, appreciate it. Enjoy the game tonight. Enjoy your weekend, my friend.
Thanks, guys. You too.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's kind of a crutch of mine. I need to quit doing that.
What?
I call everybody my friend.
Oh.
I mean, not that he's not.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's you know who does that? Hasseltine. I picked that up from, hey, my friend, how are you? Yeah, I
didn't catch that. Now we'll see.
It is kind of a crutch. It's like when I randomly wink at the country people when I go in to say good morning. I say, good morning, Dave. I go, hey, how you doing? And I wink, and then I catch myself. I'm like, why am I winking?
Have they said anything?
They didn't say anything, and then I caught myself and said something, and then Cody was like, yeah, I noticed, they were laughing and making fun of me. I'm not a winker.
Apparently you are.
Why do I wink?
That's not what the people in England say.
You're not a winker. You're a stinker.
You're a winker. We'll take a break when we come back. Kings Suns tonight, but what's at stake? That's STAKE, not the beef. We'll talk to you about it next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Coach Doug Christie here for your truck headquarters, reminding you that every deal at Folsom Lake Ford is a slam dunk. Shop all your favorite models on sale now, including America's best-selling truck for over 47 years, Ford F-Series, plus a huge selection of Broncos, Bronco Sports, and all of Ford's award-winning SUVs at FolsomLakeFord.com. Listen, I know a great play when I see one, and if you want to save on a new Ford, you got to drive the lane straight to Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall. Right now, buy any new Ford with zero down on approval of credit. Save big with low interest financing, and Folsom Lake Ford always pays top dollar for your trade. So hurry to Folsom Lake Ford, a 6-time Triple Crown winner for sales and service excellence. That's why they're my trusted dealer, and they should be yours too. Tell them Coach Doug Christie sent you, or shop them online at FolsomLakeFord.com.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
It's a Friday show. By the way, I gotta say, that made sandwiches were good. Thank you, Chris. Well done. Good idea.
Thank you for buying.
It's been a great week of egg sandwiches, beef stew, whatever that sweaty cabbage was you made, Chris. I got to get that thing back, the Tupperware.
Breakfast at White Castle?
Yeah, Mustache Spider wants to know what's so funny. No secrets.
The chili contest and
right.
all the ethnic ones.
Oh, Smells like a chalupa.
I also went to Taco Bell.
Alan's gonna come in here. It's like that Simpsons meme. He's gonna come in here, put his headphones down, walk right. It's not Friday Fun and Games in here. Let's go to old JR.
Oh, let's see how he's holding up.
JR, good morning.
Good morning, my friends.
Hi.
Oh, the voice sounds different.
Yeah, it does.
What's up, you wankers?
It's
that was a rough one, and I'm gonna go ahead and take full blame for the loss.
Yeah, you didn't do your part.
Yeah, come on, dude.
I was yelling turkey sausage as Draymond was warming up, and people look at me like I'm a moron, which I am, but that's okay. Yeah. And he hit those first 2 threes from the corner, and we never looked back from a 6-point. We never could get past that 6-point mark, and I'm like, okay, that's on me.
Do you think maybe he heard you and like De'Aaron Fox used to be, like it just pissed him off and
Draymond?
I mean, he had a career night.
100%. Oh, he turned and looked. He just kind of gave a look like, what are you talking about, buddy? Yeah. And then I walked away. I will say the highlight. Yeah, I had no idea what I was talking about.
Right.
But it's funny. Did you guys say Butler ended up with 6 points?
Yeah.
I felt like he passed up so many easy shots. Like, and I wouldn't say easy shots, but like uncontested. We were watching, like, why isn't he shooting more? And I don't know. Maybe that was Kerr's coaching, but it really helped him out by him not going to the hoop a lot. There's my insider information. It was really odd. And then I know we had Curry marked up pretty good, but he didn't take a lot. It's like he waited for that 4,000. It's like he wanted showmanship.
Well, he's also hurting a little bit too. Yeah. By the way, he's got some sort of thing going on.
Well, I'd like it to hurt more. I would have kicked him in the knee if he was close enough to me.
Thank you, JR. By the way, gentlemen, Kings versus Suns tonight. That is a 7 p.m. Why is it a 7 p.m.? Is that the daylight something?
They don't switch.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Who is favored in this one? And by how much? Kings at Suns, 7 p.m. Sacramento Sports. Courage. Chris, I think you go first this time.
Kings by 1.5.
Jason Ross.
I'm going to flip that and say Suns by 1.5.
We do not have a correct answer, but by Price is Right rules, we do still have a winner. Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Ross. The Kings are favored by 2.5. Excuse me. I apologize.
I was going to say,
wow, is this moonstruck at the Oscars? The Suns are favored by 2.5.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, Chris. Chris even did his dance.
All right.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Here's our proverbial 100. It's always 150,000.
Always. Well, sometimes
that's what we have in the Sacktown Sports account.
That's in the cachet.
Yeah. You've got a chance, Dave. You're responsible for betting on it today. What are you doing? 2.5. You've got the big Sacktown Sports tote of cash. It might be Bitcoin. Not sure how we do it, but
yeah, it might be. Normally, see, my instincts tell me to bet against the Kings because that way, either way, like, the Kings lost, I'm sad.
But this isn't the jinxie. You're trying to win the money for the station.
Money for the station. Let's call it charity.
Yeah, of course. That's for the kids.
Something with kids. Something with kids. Yeah, kids that have hair issues.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like
bedhead.
Yeah. Bedhead. Kids with bedhead. Yeah. God. I think the Kings are going to win tonight.
Okay.
And I know I just screwed them.
You did? Are you Barkley?
Yeah. Like, I feel like just even verbalizing that, I just screwed them. I just screwed the kids. Let's not isolate that. Gun to head, I think they win tonight. But isn't this just going to be the game? Just going to be the game that Phoenix wakes up after the Clippers game woke them up and they figured something out and the Rocky music's going to start playing. And we all know Phoenix is BS anyways. And Kings are on a back-to-back with travel and blah, blah, blah. And blah, blah. Nope, I'm betting Phoenix.
He's
switching it up. I'm betting Phoenix,
but they're going to cover the 2.5.
Yes, yes, it's for the kids.
It is for the kids.
If the Kings can win tonight, though, they win the season series.
That's big.
That's a big deal.
Then it'd be what
4.5
with the tiebreaker.
With
so
the
5.5.
That's right.
I think you're done with Phoenix. You don't have to worry about them.
Yeah,
anymore.
Phoenix is done. Phoenix is cooked
from the Kings.
From the Kings' point of view.
Yeah,
Dallas still got to worry about.
Yeah.
It would snap the first 3-game losing streak the Kings have had under Doug Christie.
Okay.
That's good. I think tonight on the chalkboard on the whiteboard, it should say NMLS. No more losing streaks.
Oh, NMLS. Okay.
NMLS. No more losing streak.
I would put JWB.
Just win, baby.
Yeah.
I'm going to switch mine. I would put TS.
Total score.
Nope.
Tomontis Sabonis.
Turkey sausage. It's a must win for Phoenix tonight, though. You should have.
I would go with SMDFTB.
Wait. Say it again.
SMDFTB.
Okay, I don't think I can say what that is. I think I know exactly I know what the first three are, and I think I know what the next two are. Can you tell me what the B is?
Back.
Well, no, that's not it.
SMDFTB.
Yeah. What? Okay, Chris just told us
that was on air.
That
right?
was. What,
yes.
But what does that have to do with winning tonight? Well, I guess that would
like
be.
If you don't win.
I've never even heard that as a phrase.
I was just trying to.
Is that like? Now I'm thinking Silence of the Lambs. My beautiful.
What's on the version? Is this some sort of?
Oh, speaking of fruit bowls, I'm making one this weekend.
A fruit bowl?
Yes. Have you? When was the last time you had a fruit bowl?
I've had a bowl of fruit. What's a fruit bowl?
Fruit bowls. It's a bowl of fruit, but sometimes you can put like some Greek yogurt in there, some honey. Okay. I got strawberries, I got cantaloupes, I got honeydew melons, I got pineapple, I got really good tart red grapes. No banana, takes over the whole thing,
and they get brown after a while.
Well, but you got to eat it fresh.
Yeah,
you got to eat it fresh. You know what I was thinking of trying?
Blueberries?
No, but that's a great idea.
Raspberries?
Here's what I was thinking is I was going to do the fruit bowl tomorrow morning for breakfast, but what do you think? What do you guys think of this? What if I took a what if I made a crepe? You know, a crepe, and put some powdered sugar on it, and then
those little pancakes.
Yeah. And then I put some powdered sugar and some Greek yogurt in there, and literally made a fruit bowl wrap. Not like I'm a fruit, but like an actual wrap, a wrap of the ingredients, like a fruit
burrito,
a fruit bowl. Yeah, fruit burrito. I feel like that would work.
Yeah, absolutely.
The ingredients seem to make sense.
You said powdered sugar?
Powdered sugar.
Okay.
Maybe could do some Nutella.
Yeah. You could do a whip, Cool Whip.
Yeah,
or something.
cool. Oh, like what is that? Ambrosia or whatever the food of the that thing where they mix everything together with the whipped cream and I think maybe there's Jello in there. I don't know.
Maybe coconut or something.
Coconut. Yeah, I don't need any of that garbage. Oh, interesting. I'll let you know.
How do you make a crepe?
You make it. Well, it's two ways. You can I have a crepe maker. It was a
course you do.
Long time ago. I know. It has these like sticks and it's like but you don't need one. You just
No, you haven't used it.
No, I have 100% used it like 10
and not in 10 years.
I've had it for about 5 years.
You used it 5 years ago.
I probably used it 10 times and 8 of those were in the first 3 months. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're basically right what you're saying. All you need, dude, is you need a Teflon pan. Spray it with some Pam, and you can just take slightly more watery pancake batter. I mean, there's recipes, but it's basically a looser pancake batter. And you just put a thin dollop in the middle, and then kind of swirl it around with the pan so it makes a thing. And then just wait. And then don't go too early, and then you just kind of lift it, get it loose, and then flip it, and then you're done. You make a whole pile of them.
Okay,
they're really good. Crepes are underrated. Anytime you see like a crepe place, those places have to print money, dude. You sell like one crepe with Nutella and banana for $9. I've said that's about the going rate. Probably costs about 50 cents to make one. We'll take a break. When we come back, what to watch, celebrity birthdays, and then we'll get into Friday fun games coming up.
The only place you'll find Malik Monk is Sacktown Sports.
Oh my, what an athletic move that time by Malik Monk.
Hey Sacramento, it's Malik Monk and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for my good friends at American Energy. It's cold, and American Energy wants you to stay warm and make sure your system's operating safely. Here's the deal. A $49 tune-up inspection, which is regularly $119. That's a full safety and duct inspection. But guess what? If your system's over 10 years old, the tune-up is on them. That's right. It's free. Give them a call right now. $50 off your first recommended repair. And if you need a new furnace, half off the price of a new unit. Oh, by the way, breaking news. They're hiring right now. Here's the deal. They'll train you. Full benefits, generous incentive-based pay. Just call today for more details at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. Not only great deals from American Energy, but possibly a new career for you. Check them out at theaeway.com for an instant quote and tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
What sets Ashton & Price apart from other injury law firms? I'll tell you. From beginning to end, all important legal decisions are made directly between our clients and their experienced local attorney. A gate agent flying the plane, the receptionist performing surgery, not a chance. There's simply no substitute for the unique power of the direct attorney-client relationship offered by Ashton & Price. And there's never a fee until we win, and between you and me, we win a lot.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
I juggle a lot. I'm managing constipation with belly pain from my irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, with laxatives and fiber isn't enough. My doctor recommended a way to get ahead of it. Then I said yes to Linzess.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Big savings are back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. New Hondas are piling up, and that means big savings for you.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our number one priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 to learn more. With AutoPay plus taxes and fees, plus $5 per line without AutoPay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Motorola Edge on us with 24 monthly bill credits and new line for well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 per line connection charge. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
Attention! Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-848-4499. 800-848-4499. Again, that's 800-848-4499.
Carmichael Dave has
very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say. He's good at what he does.
On Sacktown Sports.
Checking out the chat. Frank Martin comes in. Dave, obviously, you know how hard it is to make a profit in the restaurant business in California. I guarantee crepe business owners barely scraping by after he pays his employees' insurance, his taxes, and building rent. Hey, Frank, I said the margin on a crepe is pretty damn good. Probably costs about 50 cents to make, add in labor and everything else. I got you. You're selling it for $9. You're making like 8x on a crepe. The demand for crepes, probably not that great. I'm telling you right now, give me a burger store, give me a crepe store, and you give me full lines all day long. I'm taking the crepes, baby.
How about crepe burgers?
I've actually had a crepe burger before. Sort of. It was like more like a crepe taco.
Okay. But it was a
burrito. You're talking about a burrito.
And the other problem too is with you have a crepe place. What's your hours there? 6 a.m. to noon. Not too many people going out for a dinner crepe. Maybe a dessert crepe.
Couldn't you have like spinach and veggies?
You
and
could. You
chicken
do.
And
I don't know. You know, like there's Crepeville.
Yeah.
I enjoy there. Crepeville's been there for a while.
Yeah.
Watch it close. Just saying. It's a good margin on crepes, Frank. And I'd invite you to agree with me on that big crepe argument of Friday. That's where we're at right now.
Crepes?
I like crepes.
Love crepes. I love crepes. Kings and Sons tonight, 7:00, right here on Sacktown.
Go
Sports.
Kings.
Hey, go Kings.
Yeah.
Clips and Hawks.
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks. Go Hawks. It's a hairstyle. Mavs at Rockets.
She was famous for a little bit. Go Hawk.
Go Hawk. What?
Go Hawk Girl. Wasn't she famous for a bit?
Oh, yeah. And then she had that coin. Yeah. Mavs and Rockets. Go Rockets. Sure. Did you know here's something I realized yesterday. Did you know that in England they don't call it eggplant, they call it aubergine?
I had no idea.
And did you know that in England they don't call it arugula, that like lettucey stuff? They call it rocket.
I did not know.
Rocket.
And they don't call aluminum.
They call it
aluminium.
Aluminium. He's 100% right, dude. It's aluminium foil. What the issue is that?
What the rocket?
Hey, I'd like the turkey club. Oh, would you like romaine, iceberg, or rocket? I'll take rocket, please, with some aubergine. What? And shrimps aren't shrimp, they're prawns.
Yeah.
Get off of me. That's why we won. Suck it, Cornwallis. Cavs at Grizz. Go
Cavs? I don't know.
Cavs going for a franchise record 16th in a row.
That's fun.
Magic at T-Wolves. The Magic Wolves. Go Magic. Just because.
Yep.
And Lakers at Nuggets. Lakers trying to avoid a 4-game losing streak.
Oh, heaven forbid.
That would be 3 without LeBron. How does this affect his legacy?
Tremendously.
Yeah. Birthdays are meant to be spent with family and friends, and listen, nothing says family nor friends more than crumble cookies.
All right, UV Chris.
Yeah, BV Chris.
Steph Curry. Happy birthday today. They said it in the broadcast.
30?
Did you say 30?
35?
That sounds right. I think he's right. It ain't 34. I'll say 36, but I think he's right.
Happy 37th birthday, Steph Curry today.
Hey, I'm Steph Curry. I make 3-pointers.
Was that Chris or was that Steph Curry?
No, Steph.
You guys just how Steph rolls into Crepeville.
Yeah.
Order number
3.
3. Yeah, I was going to say 4,000. Yours was better.
Simone Biles.
26.
29.
Chris is closer, 28. As a follow-up, better career, Steph or Simone?
I'm going to say Steph because, when it's all said and done, it's gymnastics.
Wow.
I'm just saying, dude. Like, I'm not.
But the gymnast.
Totally. Like, I will say this.
The GOAT gymnast.
She is the GOAT gymnast, and he is not the GOAT.
Every time she
NBA
has
player.
competed, she has been the best.
Well, yeah, you know what? Same with me in the spelling bee, but I'm not going around calling myself Simone Biles, okay? I'm just saying, dude, like, I can't.
Yeah, because according to you, that wouldn't be that impressive.
It wouldn't be that. I can't get behind someone who only wins every 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love Simone Biles.
No disrespect.
No disrespect. I'm just saying,
it's only gymnastics.
Come on, Steph Curry. Well, let's put it like this. Let's let the market decide who gets paid more. I think Steph. Simone have her own shoe. What would even be the signature thing for a gymnast? One of them leotards?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she have a signature leotard?
Probably.
Probably does, actually. You're right. Or what? Powder? The hand powder?
The beam.
The beam. Back to you.
likes
She
the
listens to me. Yeah.
How do you not have the Simone Biles beam?
Great point. Yeah. How do you know? Or tell you the one gymnast thing that always create. You know, I mean, yeah, the whole like running and flipping one. The free. The what?
Vault.
No, not the vault. No, I'm saying on the floor exercise where they take the. Yeah. But dude, the one is like the rings.
Yeah.
Always gets me, man. Like how strong do you have to be, and how gumby do your shoulders have to be to do the rings? Back to you.
Happy birthday, Billy Crystal.
No, this one's gonna hurt, isn't it? 78.
81.
Dave is closer, 77.
Okay. Remember him on Soap?
Yes.
Yeah, it never gets mentioned.
Happy birthday, Michael Caine.
Or something?
There was a show called Soap with Robert Guillaume and Billy Crystal and Mona from Who's the Boss?
Yep.
Dude, Soap was the... as a matter of fact, wait, hold on. Turn down the music real quick. I think I... That's the Soap theme, bro. Yeah, Soap. And it would say Soap at the very end. Soap had everybody. Soap had MTV's Dan Cortez. Go ahead.
Michael Caine.
Michael
Caine.
83.
Jaws 4 is revenge? No.
I
like
love
92.
Michael Caine. Is he really?
Is that your answer, Chris?
Yes.
We have a correct answer. Michael Caine is 92.
Wow.
Grandmama, Larry Johnson.
61.
I 60.
Dave's closer, 56. Former number 1 pick, Anthony Bennett.
40. No. 38.
39.
Dave's closer, 32.
Wow.
Marvin Bagley.
Come on. This is celebrity birthdays. He's got to be 61, right?
I think he's 27.
Dude, his son played for us.
Oh.
Marvin Bagley the third.
Stupid. You're stupid.
27.
227s?
227s.
He is 26 today.
Wow.
He's not even to his prime,
That
guys.
is so
Kings
funny.
gave up to him on him too early. And last one, Ron Dane.
Ron Dane of Wisconsin, Rose Bowl winner. Who did they play in that Rose Bowl? Well, I can't remember. Ron Dane, Heisman. What? I'm just, come on. That's good knowledge.
No, you don't know who they played.
I don't know who they played. Ron Dane had that song, The Sister Taylor. Ron Dane.
It wasn't great.
No, it was not. Oh, my God. Mount Danemore? Sorry. All right. Ron Dane is 43. 43. He's 43. You don't even know 51. Who he is.
Wow, tie, 47.
We'll take a break. Friday Funny Games next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet, Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, it's Ram Truck Month. The sales event's going on right now, and I know that means heavy discounts.
It's not just a discount. It's big discounts on hard-to-find Ram heavy duties. Right now, save up to $16,000 off MSRP on remaining new 2024 Ram 2500 and 3500 heavy duties. When you need a hard-to-find truck, Hoblet has it, with over 500 new Rams available.
Just one of the many reasons Hoblet always ranks as one of the biggest and best Ram dealers in all of America.
And we are proud of that. But we don't just sell Rams. You have to check out the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter with 200 vehicles available and 30 under $20,000.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
16,000 total net savings after 71.29 factor rebates and 88.71 dealer discounts. Rebates include 500 first responder bonus cash for eligible first responders and 66.29 West BC standalone 10% below MSRP. 5 vehicles at this net savings. Simple VIN 316786. Not everyone will qualify for all rebates. See dealer for details.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Whatever you love, find it on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
Progressive knows when you own a boat or RV, it's like you're automatically on vacation, even if you're actually a marriage counselor in the middle of couples therapy. But in your mind, you're camping in Acadia, puttering around Frenchman Bay. Your boat and RV are both protected. You're lobster drenched in butter and... Uh-oh, did your clients just notice you weren't listening? Quick, do the thing where you just repeat back exactly what they said, but as a question. They bought it. Now back to Maine, earning an automatic discount bundling your boat or RV with your home or auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
At Wells Fargo, we know what got you into your business. Whether it's manufacturing, running a restaurant, or your business from home. What you didn't get into your business for was banking. But luckily, Wells Fargo offers business checking, payments, and lending all in one place, in your neighborhood and on our app. So you can focus on doing what you love. Wells Fargo, you're good at business, we're good at business banking. Learn more at wellsfargo.com/business. Terms apply. Wells Fargo Bank and a member FDIC.
Meanwhile at Xfinity. Okay, huddle up. Do you realize how many fans stream basketball? It's madness.
But real fans stream with Xfinity Internet.
Totally. We've engineered the fastest connection.
With reduced buffering and low lag.
'Cause making streaming better is what we do!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Can we let go now? It's really not a huddle with two people.
Switch to Xfinity Internet and stream live sports from the best seat in the house. Bring on the good stuff. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speed vary. Not guaranteed.
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPFest.com. Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Paul Mitchell, The School, Sacramento, and Stoney's Rockin' Rodeo. Find out more at CITPFest.com.
We have finally made it to Friday.
Let's end your week the right way with Friday Fun and Games
On the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Hey. Remember my dad was talking about that Radiohead song on The Voice?
Yeah.
I'm a crepe. I'm made of weirdo. Thank you to the text line for that.
Yeah.
Back to you.
Okay. You ready for Friday Fun and Games?
Hey, I was right into it. Wow.
Yeah,
no,
we're going right in.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
I'm at no.
Okay.
Seriously though.
All right.
Seriously.
So I lucked out my buddy. Do you know guys that have wide feet?
Yeah.
Yes.
So my buddy, he continues to buy Nike shoes, but he can't fit the shoes. So I have new Air Max golf shoes. I'm golfing Bartley Kavanaugh tomorrow,
right.
But it's obviously raining.
Yeah.
They are black. Do I bust them out or
No.
do I just go old? Yeah.
Of course you don't bust out new golf shoes.
But there's guys coming in town and I want to look good.
The fact that are they friends of yours?
One friend, and then I'm kind of just hopping on the group.
The fact that there's any part of you that thinks that when golfing with a group of guys or anybody that they're going to be more or less impressed because of your golf shoes speaks a little bit more to the rain. We're just going to pretend to move on there.
All right.
I don't think we have rain tomorrow, do we?
No, it's not going to rain
But it's going to be
tomorrow,
muddy
but
and,
it's sloshy.
At some point, they're going to get that way.
I
So
wasn't
start it out.
Hey,
That's right. I like Jason.
I wasn't sure about Alan.
Yeah.
But then I saw his golf shoes.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
That's my guy.
It's like the business card from American
I
Cycle.
want to hang with him. All right, what you got on tap?
We're doing it. We're playing the feud today.
Let's go.
All right, so we're gonna before we get to fast money, we got some team questions here. So we're gonna ask this one. Dave, we'll start with you. Top 5 answers on the board. Name a household chore people hate doing. Household chore people hate doing. Top 5 answers on the board.
Cleaning the bathroom.
Cleaning the bathroom. Survey set. Number 1 answer.
Thank you.
Alan.
Thank you.
The team does not have a strike yet.
I don't know if I'm overthinking this, but it's between laundry and dishes. I think dishes might be worse, but there's a dishwasher. I'm going to say dishes.
Okay. Number 2 answer. Look at this team.
Case in point, my dishwasher broke yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You know that are you waiting on a joke?
Mhm.
Nope, there's no joke there.
Oh.
Yeah. I had her use the credit card instead. See, that's what you were waiting for, and I wasn't going to pay it off.
Chris Rod.
Laundry.
Laundry, 5th of the answer. So we're missing number 3 and number 4. Is Kyle in there?
Kyle is in there.
Kyle?
Hello.
Hi.
By the way, Alan, thank you for cross-talking with us today.
Yeah.
I just wanted to mention that.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, Kyle.
I will go with taking out the trash.
It's quick.
Wow.
First
quick,
X.
quick.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be in there, but I actually enjoy doing this. Vacuuming.
Number 3.
Yeah, I like vacuuming.
We've got 1 to clear the board for the team. We've got
Soothing.
1 X. 1 strike.
1 X.
Chore.
Sounds like the guide we had on yesterday.
Would pet stuff count as a chore?
Like you talking about
cleaning poop?
like the litter box, and
Cleaning after pets?
Yeah, is that
I think that
is that a reach?
Yeah.
Well, because it's that.
Name a household chore people hate doing.
Do people still mop? I'll just say mopping. Yeah.
It's a good
2.
guess.
Chris, 1 answer left.
I will say cleaning up after the pets.
Okay.
Last
one.
Can
go
I
ahead.
ask? What about like making the bed?
No.
No. What was it?
Dusting.
Oh, come on.
It only had 5 points.
No one does.
Dusting stupid.
What
All
is
right.
this?
Kyle will lead with, or where are we at? Yeah, we're at Kyle here. Kyle, second question for the team. Name something you do when you wake up. 5 answers on the board.
Make your bed.
That is number 5.
Wow.
Dave.
Take a leak. Use the bathroom.
How is that not on there?
Come on, that's
Dave,
the
just
first.
take the easy answers.
That should be.
I out of
I'm
spite,
stunned.
I'm guessing that.
We've talked about this
I'll
before.
take
Okay.
that.
Alan.
Brush your teeth.
Number 1
I'm
answer.
not saying that's not a
Chris.
thing. I'm just saying.
Have breakfast.
What are we doing?
That's number 2. 2 strikes. Kyle.
Oh,
Put on your clothes.
What?
wow.
That's 3
I was
strikes.
going to say make coffee.
No. He's so no. Go ahead, Alan.
Yeah. What, Alan?
Go.
Wash your face.
Well, yeah, I think that's next unless we give you shower.
No,
Yeah, you
no.
wash your face in the shower.
The other
it's
2
not.
were, I can't believe you guys didn't get number 2. Showers, number 4. Number 3 was drink coffee. You
Yeah.
mentioned that. Number 2,
Check your
check your phone.
Oh no! See, we're old school, right,
Yeah.
Dave?
100%. I don't get on my phone for the first hour I'm awake. I don't have any screens. It's just me and silence. Not true.
I wake up like this.
Sounds good though. I know.
On Twitter.
You wake up. You're just like ready to fight.
okay, Dave, you're going to be in Fast Money. I need you to leave the studio for a moment.
God.
Yeah,
Come
you're
on,
going to be a
Dave.
closer.
All right, let's
Chris
go.
said he wanted to play today, so Alan, you can play the home
Okay,
game.
okay.
Chris is in. Chris, you ready to go?
Just 1 second. Let me get this set here. And yes, I am ready.
I wake up like this. That was good. All right, Chris, we're in Fast Money here. Here we go. Name a popular fast food restaurant.
McDonald's.
Sorry, my second page here. Name a popular pizza topping.
Pepperoni.
Name something you might do on a first date.
Pay the bill.
Name a common color for a car.
Red.
Name something people put on toast.
Butter.
Okay. All right, so let's go back. Good job, Chris. We got your answers in. When I asked you name a popular fast food restaurant, you said McDonald's, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That's correct.
45 points.
Whoa. Hey,
not
hey,
yet.
hey,
Not
hey,
yet.
hey,
Not
hey,
yet.
hey.
Yeah, not yet. Too early.
No.
Name a popular pizza topping. You said, what was it?
Pepperoni.
45 points. He's at 90.
Sardines.
Name something you might do on a first date. You said pay the bill.
I didn't know if we were at the date or if we were going on the date.
I'm going to be tough on you here. 0.
Oh, well.
Name a common color for a car. You said red.
Yeah, that's got to be 50.
That's 20 points.
Oh.
Wow.
So you're at 110. And name something people put on toast. You said, what'd you say?
Butter.
Butter.
That's 50.
That is 45 points. You have
Okay.
155 points.
Wow.
All right, Carmichael Dave.
Carmichael Dave.
All right, yeah, let's bring in Carmichael Dave.
Carmichael Dave.
Let's go.
All right, Dave.
Lock in.
Do you want good news or bad news?
Oh, always the bad news.
Well, the bad news is if you don't get it.
Yeah.
No, the bad news is I got 0 on one of them.
Bad news is Chris did get 0 on 1, but Chris also got you 155 points.
Okay.
You need 45.
Guaranteed.
That's easy.
Guaranteeing it. I am in honor of our
Alan,
former.
how do you feel about this?
In
You heard
honor
the
of our
questions.
former colleague Zachariah, I'm
the bag.
guaranteeing it
I
to
think
the
this
bag.
is easy money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chris, you ready?
We had music.
Yes.
What do I need?
You'll hear it, and
Okay, all right.
because the answers
Oh,
in here,
yeah.
you got to give a
Yeah,
right
okay.
answer. Sort of
All
all
right,
right.
all
All right, here we go. Dave,
Yeah.
name a popular fast food restaurant.
McDonald's. Taco Bell.
Okay. Name a popular pizza topping.
Pepperoni. Sausage.
Name something you might do when you go on a first date.
Hold hands.
Name a common color for a car.
Red. Gray.
Name something people put on toast. I know we're past time, but we're counting.
Butter. Jam.
Okay. All right.
What? You're not confident? Which answer of that? did
No,
you not
I mean
like?
45. You should
Come
be
on.
good.
I'm trying to.
I didn't like gray.
I mean, that's a very
I don't
popular.
even think that's a color for a
Name a popular fast food restaurant.
Yeah.
You said Taco Bell?
Yeah.
10 points.
Okay.
So now we need what?
35.
35.
Name a popular pizza topping. You said
Yeah, I didn't like
sausage.
Sausage.
15 points.
Thank you. By the way, gray is the third most popular.
Well,
color.
we're gonna see.
Yeah. Anyways.
Out of the 100 people surveyed.
Yeah.
So now we're down to 20.
Yeah.
Name something you might do on a first date. You said hold hands.
Yeah.
0.
Oh, come on.
Here's a
Why
bad,
not?
That's
here's
a
a
weird
bad
one,
thing.
though.
I
What?
think our first instinct was to say something, but knowing that we could say
Number one
nothing.
answer,
Yeah.
by the way, was go to a restaurant.
Okay.
Oh,
I was going to say
Oh,
something.
like-
Okay.
I
I wanted
see.
to say something involving the popcorn bowl, but I don't feel like that's.
see,
Anyways.
the way he asked that,
Yeah.
it was like we
Oh,
were
it's
already
already
on
there.
the date.
Yeah.
Now,
So
where
I
do you
need-
go for your first
How many more
date?
do I have?
You have 2 more and you need 20 points.
Okay.
Name a common color for a car. Remember, Alan was really
Yeah.
worried about gray.
Yeah.
You said gray. 0.
It's the third most popular color in America.
Number one answer
White.
was black.
Black.
Really?
Name something people put on toast.
Oh,
he
no.
just needs 20 and he guaranteed to win. What did you say?
Jam jelly.
For 20
What's the
points,
difference between jam and jelly?
I'll tell you after the show.
he needs 20.
You can't jelly. Go.
Final answer. 30 points!
Go! Right here.
And that is why we are the greatest show in the history of the world.
Honest to God, Alan,
easy.
Light
No
work.
doubt.
To promote your show, but it doesn't matter.
No,
You
it
can't top
doesn't.
this.
I
Stay
can't.
tuned. Alan Styles coming up next. Kings tonight and so much more. Everybody have a safe weekend. We want you back here Monday. We love you all. Light the beam tonight. Bye-bye now.
Domantas Sabonis